it, as you was stopping. More than rap, this composite, you gossip, I rock it. See the variation? It don't matter, black or white, bring the drama, Perry Mason. I'm adjacent to the destined, counting all my blessings while they selling their soul. No, you gotta be desperate like them housewives. Hear the real with my mouth wide, path going north, but they still hear the south side in me. These rappers are actors who giving out Emmys. Find me a Denny's looking prouder than Penny without an Oscar. I'ma lay it proper. Father, this sound ironic, didn't have a papa for most of my life. Foster home to home. Don't let me start. Comment tell me about real love. It starts in the heart, not the pants. Born without a chance. Probably met Destiny plenty times and noticed when she glanced at me. When you dance with me, who would've known these dreamers become fans of me? Put up your hands for me. Touch the sky, the model we grew up with. Bumping that old Wayne, about to see if this truck fit in my garage. I'm kidding, no car, but I got drive. Even if I retire, never be top 5. I survived the rugged terrain. Determination in my brain, God help me find joy through the pain, gain clarity that I share to the masses. Same kid, they dreaming in classes. Future look disastrous. Time for the heroes and less facets. Clean air, less gases. But y'all know what I'm trying to convey. Chase dreams, play games, watch a few anime. Found a path to be great, not a moment to waste. Mama check it, don't worry, I'm straight. We gon' take it to the top of the globe. Spread love, realest quote that I wrote. You know, sky's the limit. All my life I was sober. We surpassing that with each episode. Behold, a new episode. New day, a new episode. A new day, a new day, a new episode. A new day, a new episode. A new day, a new. Go ahead, let them throw that shade. You gotta wait to see the picture. Old Kodak days, don't go that way. They songs all filler, and they shows not at the museum. Fans never been stellar. Pin Dilla, so it's a route set score. I ain't trying to be known by a number like the kids next door. My lord, they want us in cages or the seats, cause we fresh to death. Cash get short every week. Who, me? I'm nothing but a kid from the boondocks, writing living color. Different word in my boombox, chilling in my afternoon socks with a cute thing. Excuse the missed call, didn't notice you rang. Sharp tongue from the heavens, we thinking outside of the box. They call him Stoop Kid, never lead his steps. No one knows of his woes, cause he keeps to himself in seclusion. But me, I had to find out his story, so I sat by his stoop. He said his name's Corey. Told me how he used to be in love with a dame, but she left about as fast as she came. Said the sky's never been the same. Air's less fresh, chemtrails blanket the sky, and we compressed to a perfect world that we created within the mind. We blind to the truth as the days unwind. He finds happiness and watch the time go by. He asked, do you know why? Cause at least I'll know when we die. Society's engulfed in trends, and it's hard to find friends when your vision ain't the same through the lens. A cleanse what we need, but our pride won't accept it. Love's like a precious baby girl, and I'm wishing that we kept it. Neglected all our principles, kids laughing at me every day. How conventional, all one-dimensional. I wish I was invincible, I would just fly away. Aim for the sun, hope to land in a higher place. It's my escape from reality. Life is a dream, but it seems we've been sleeping in ravines. For now, I'ma chill with the ranting. Sit up on my stoop while the kids keep chanting. Stoop kids afraid to leave the stoop. Stoop kids afraid to leave it. 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 Stoop. A tear rolls down his cheek. He asks, how did life become bleak? We used to seek joy, now we lost in translation of the language called money. I pity our generation. I told him I agree, but you looking at the downside. It's a bigger world outside the walls you hide, and I can guide you to a new state of mind if you let me. But hearts can't receive what the soul isn't ready for. Look, life is a metaphor, it's up to you to find a meaning. You can't stand for something if you steadily leaning on pillars of self-loathing. Imagine what you're missing in addition to beautiful life that you ain't even living. Places that you never been, people that you'll never meet. Happiness if you're willing to seek beyond the stoop of your seclusion, but really just a barrier to block away the image of a place much scarier called reality. But he stopped me mid-sentence, took a step down like a sinner during penance. Said he wanna take a chance, thanks for the referral. Safe to say this boy's gonna finally leave the world. So stoop kids gonna leave it. Stoop kids.
Are you ready?
Word to wise, grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple eyes. You can't see me, you Stevie, wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Dream on, yeah. Dream on, dream weaver. Dream weaver.
What is up, Earths? One moment. Mightiest subscribers, it's your boy, Ernie Blerd Without Fear, back in the saddle again, god damn it. Trying really hard to make Brother One corpse while he is sitting here trying not to laugh here on the other side of the screen. What's going on, Brother One?
What's up, man?
Look, I was just fuck. I had to fuck with you. I
was like, wait a minute. Did he just fuck up the intro? On his own joint?
Plot twist. There are many a video where I've done that, but I edited it out.
I could tell cuts in the video.
Be like, nah, pimp, we ain't going out like that. To be fair, I can do it all in one take, but it always looks more fun and more interesting when I don't. What is going on, all of my peoples? Shout out to my Blerds. They represent the realness. What's going on, everybody in Blerd Koa, Blerd Conda, Blerd Nation, Blerd Army, Blerd Delegation, whatever the hell we're calling it this week.
United Federation of Blerd.
Look, the intergalactic empire of Blerd. We just got big. We really kind of did. We kind of did here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot. When I say a lot, we have a lot to discuss today. I know. I have thrown in my lot with Le Champion. I am a card-carrying member of the Inner Circle. You can see it here. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'll have mine in 2 weeks.
Oh, booyah. My guy. Yeah, because my guy's going to be going to catch that young AEW. See, I got to catch it last month. He's going to be catching it this coming month.
2 times. Okay, I want to talk to you right now. You got 2 times.
I got 2 times. Now I got to catch pay-per-view. We got a lot to discuss. There's a lot of news on the docket today. And yes, I already know. I know about Dan DiDio. I know about it. We will talk about it later. We know. I had somebody hit me up in no, not just you. I'm talking about like this morning. I had people hit me up this morning like, yo, pimp, you want to talk about Dan DiDio? As sure as Dr. Martin Luther the King Piccolo, his skin is green, we will talk about him. As sure as Dr. Martin Luther the King Piccolo is a better father than Goku, we will talk about it. Trust me, but we got other stuff. We got bigger fish to fry today. Unfortunately. I would love some fish right now, actually. Before I forget.
Pay the bills?
Well, actually, yeah, a little bit. I do have an announcement to make. I made an announcement yesterday. I need to rescind that announcement. For those of you who are members of the Blerd Without Fear Discord, which, by the way, link in the description. I apologize. I made an announcement about us doing a movie night this Sunday. I have to postpone it. I know. I apologize. And after all the work we did.
All that technical work?
All that technical support we did. But that's okay because it's still going to happen. It's just going to be a week later. I forgot that I already had made some promises. I'd already made plans for that evening. And it always fails. If I ever want to be reminded about things I'm supposed to do that I've already agreed to, all I need to do is make new plans. Because every time I do, then the old plans, whoever was a part of the old plans will come be like, hey, are we still on for so-and-so? And I'll be like, fuck. So, yeah. So there's that. Also, we did just cross 41,000 subscribers, and we are fastly approaching 42,000. I don't like to get into the minutia numbers, but, you know, that's cool. I think that's really cool. I appreciate that. Thank y'all so much. The resurgence of Blerd Without Fear is strong. Now the Blerd Caves return. The people have spoken.
There you go. He's back, baby.
I'm back, baby. But by the way, I want to say thank you. Shout outs to Panther Noir, Mr. Brooks, Xavier Thompson, Ebony Avenger Stevenson, Trailer Kings, Tysheen Gadsden in here, Dark Angel. That ain't shitness coming through early in the show, because y'all know I ain't shit. Ain't Shit Squad, by the way, represent. Roll call. Roll call for the Ain't Shit Squad. Got my guy Vernon Hampton up in here, Staff Sergeant up in here. What's good, pimp? Alternative factuals in the building. Oh, and then Kojak Black coming through. Just joined Earth's mightiest. Not only that, not just Earth's mightiest, has become a member of Blerd Club, which, by the way, if you become a member of Blerd Club, not only do you gain an Infinity Stone next to your name, you also get access to exclusive emotes for the chat. So make sure you check those out down below. By the way, Lex Bryan in here. Gang. Pedro Jean-Baptiste in here. What's good? Enigma 9x9 in here. Jason McKnight.
Is it a cookout?
Dude, right? Did you... please tell me the ribs ain't gonna run out. Look, if the meat run out... the meat run out, it's over. What's going on, Stu Jersey? What's going on, pimpin'? All right, so y'all know the drill. Y'all know what time it is. By the way, make sure we plus in them ultras by hitting that like button. Hit that like button so we can boost this motherfucker up. Let's go.
Subscribe.
Hit that subscribe. Y'all know. Yeah, we got mad buttons down here, man. Hit them. Just don't hit the wrong ones. Buttons on buttons.
Hey, the only one I don't want is that Benjamin button. You feel me?
Dude, right? I don't want that Benjamin button action, man. You feel me? So let's go ahead and get into it, man. We got a lot, man. We got a lot going on here today. So first things first, let's talk about my boy. How many of y'all are familiar with a show? And I'm gonna show some age here.
Oh, I think I know what you're about to say.
Wait. What am I about to say? Who I'm about to talk? Who I'm talking about? Who I'm talking about?
Mantis.
Whoa! He knew. Okay. Yeah. Look. First off, y'all know nothing. Y'all. Look. First off, you can't tell me nothing if you don't know about my guy, the Mantis.
Yeah.
Dude, that show was so hitting back in the day. I don't even know if it's still good. I ain't going back and watching it.
I'm not going to go back and watch it.
Look, I really don't want to because I'm scared of what I will find.
Right.
But for those who don't remember the Mantis, and here we will, here I want to get a couple of visual aids here. You know what I'm talking about? A couple of visual aids. We're gonna pull up on the screen here just in a moment. But for those who don't know, my guy, y'all may know him more now. For those of you who are like newer, if you're new, some of you may know my guy, Mr. Carl Lumley, which that is fine if you don't know him right off the top of your head. But this guy right here, Mr. Carl Lumley, some of you may know him from Supergirl, because he has made a kind of a resurgence in acting in the nerd spectrum of things on the show. Yep. John Jones Pappy. Look, wait a minute. Carl Lumley, the DNA test results show you are the father of John Jones. He's like, oh, shit.
I ain't that baby Pappy.
Like, I don't know that ninja.
My ninja.
Look, So for the so y'all kind of see what we're talking about. That's Carl Lumley, for those of you who remember. I love how hold up, I want to go back. I love how this picture, he looks like he literally just found out he was John Jones' dad. I love how he literally looks like he's like, God damn.
Well,
Shit. God damn it, I was just about to retire. But no, okay, so real talk. Now, kind of going back into it, Carl Lumley used to be on a television series that was called The Mantis. Back in the day. It was a show called The Mantis. It was about a paraplegic superhero. And he was essentially Batman. He was, for all intents, I mean, honestly, most superheroes who came out back in the 80s and the 90s, who were normal people who became superheroes, 99.9% of the time, you were Batman. You were an analog for Batman. That's just how it was. And if you weren't an analog for Batman, you were an analog for Iron Man, which a lot of people would say is just flippant, alcoholic Batman. So I mean, take your pick. Take your pick. However, here, let's go back to this one right here. That was him like because he basically had a suit where he would be able to stand up.
Yep.
And yeah, that exoskeleton joint.
There it is.
Yeah, that. Hold on, let's bring it up a little bit. Y'all see that? Look at that. I think this was what, 90s? Was this 90s? I think this was 90s.
Let me go to the videotape, sir.
Can we roll the footage, please? No footage, please. we're
19. It started August 26, 94.
94. Okay.
And ran till March 3rd.
Oh damn.
95.
Damn. So that means it got like at least 2 seasons.
I only got 1 season, 22 episodes.
Oh, they got a full season then. Okay. Mm-hmm. But you know what? Back then, they used to stretch that shit out. So that actually kind of makes sense. But no, okay, so you look at this, like, you're like, okay, all right, why the fuck are these guys talking about the Mantis? Well, like, why are these guys talking about Mantis? What is so important about Carl Lumley and his contributions?
We gonna tell you why.
Oh, we gonna tell you why here in just a second, man. Let me look. I just wanted to set the stage for what we're about to talk about. Okay, so Carl,
picnic table. Go ahead and set that picnic table for us.
Gather round, children. So basically, what's going on here is Carl Lumley has been announced as joining the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yes, give me that Marvel money.
Hey, look, Carl, look, wait a minute. Now, y'all, no, wait, hold on. Just because I want to show a compare and a contrast. I just want to show a compare and a contrast. That's all I want to do. Here, wait a minute. So look at my guy right here. Look how mad he looks. Looks like he just found out. Look like somebody just told him that the ribs ran out at the cookout.
Damn.
He's like, God damn it. He's like, man, I called in to work for this shit. But then, come to find out, here, let's, bam! That motherfucker like, oh, I got that Marvel money? Oh, shit. He's like, oh, shit.
I'm back, baby.
He's like, look at me, goddammit. He's like, look, that motherfucker got that smile that black people have when they just found out that they just got the job.
And they don't want to over exaggerate it.
Yeah, they'll be like, Mr. Lumley, we are pleased to let you know that you have made it past the final round of interviews, and we would like to make you an offer. And he's like, He's like, man, y'all let me in here. He's like, man, y'all got to kick me out of this motherfucker. He's like, I ain't about to fuck up this bag. Nah, pimp.
You're about to see the greatest performance of my life.
He's like, y'all gonna want to give me an Oscar after this shit. No, but no, real talk though. Carl Lumley, he has been announced as joining the cast of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And the first thing people started asking, because this is what we always do, people want to know, who the fuck is he playing? They're like, dude, who is this guy playing? I just don't know. Is he gonna be playing Falcon's daddy? Is he gonna be his best friend? Is he gonna be Falcon's like one black friend? Is he gonna be is he gonna be his drill sergeant from back when he was in the military? Is this what's gonna be going on here?
You mean to tell me Falcon is about to get a magical Negro?
Yeah. Well, because he's okay. So here's the thing. I know we talked about this with Blerd Cave, but this is when Blerd Cave was still on Twitch, so we could be a lot more problematic. But but there is a thing that exists in television and movies called a magical Negro. And basically what that means is you are the one black guy that some person, possibly white, the one black person they know, and you help them understand the finer points of life just by you being there and being black. You're not even really doing anything. You're bringing black logic to their lives, logic that they aren't familiar with, and therefore you are magical. Now, in this case, Falcon is technically Bucky's, and was to a greater extent Captain America's magical Negro. Well, now maybe Falcon will have one. But no. But real talk, it actually can work both ways, because if you watch Black Lightning, Gambi is the magical Italian. So there you go. He brings Italian sensibilities to the Pierce family. He's like, hey, look,
Shaolin Princess, turn me up a little bit.
Oh, hold on, wait a minute.
I guess I'm coming in low.
Here, wait. Nah, you just need to eat the mic. There you go, eat the mic. I was about to say, you on the same level as me, pimp. Yep, you're on the same. Look, you on equal levels as me, son. Look, see, that is what we call equity. The more you know. But no, real talk though. That's not the only reason why we're here to talk about Carl Lumley though.
Right.
It has been rumored Carl Lumley. Well, I love how we went back to that. Like, it's like he got mad he found out who he was playing. now he looks mad. He's like, God damn it, I didn't want to play this motherfucker.
Can I mention that these people are geek tired and do not know how to spell the word soldier?
No, they do not. This is actually the third. I think, yeah, this is my third or fourth time. Like, it's always Solider. I'm like, man, somebody needs a spell check. But, Carl Lumley is rumored to be playing Black Captain America. Now, some of you may be sitting here thinking, wait a minute. I thought that was Falcon. I thought Falcon was Black Captain America.
Like, wait a minute.
What? You mean there's two of them? I thought this was The Walking Dead. You can't have more than two black people of prominence in the same show. No. Sorry, I'm being flippant. But you know that is true. It used to be there was a time, if you were on The Walking Dead, if you had more than one black person on the show, one of you was about to die. Remember, they brought in 3 black people, killed off one, because can't have too many of y'all on here. But no, so what they're talking about is it took a minute to kick in.
I was thinking about Power Rangers. If the logic was the same with the Power Rangers, and it was. Yeah,
it was. It actually was. Oh wait, we look. Aisha showed up. Zach was like, "All right, I'm out."
Go.
We can't show 2 black characters on here. A black man and a black woman on a kid's show. They'll probably start having sex and having multiple babies and get on welfare. We can't have that. Go ahead and send Zach away.
And his 9 fingers.
The kids will never notice. But no, that is true though. I mean, it's like it's a thing. It used to be a thing back in the day. But no, Carl Lumley. He is rumored to be playing Isaiah Bradley, who some may remember from, I believe it was Red, White, and Black. Truth, Red, White, and Black. So that's kind of a big deal. That's a character, like, okay, let's talk about the laundry list of black characters people have been asking to be in the MCU for a long time. and how far we've come along on that one. Let's play Black Character Bingo with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Let's see. We're playing Black Bingo in the MCU. Anyway, we asked for Monica Rambeau, and we technically got it in Captain Marvel, and we're gonna get a full-grown Captain. Well, technically, first female Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau in WandaVision, and probably even in Captain Marvel 2. Maybe. We'll see what happens. Let's see. What was another? Black Goliath, I don't think was ever necessarily asked for, but, I mean, he's there. So, he was in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Blade, that's another one. And technically, Blade has been announced. Marvel Phase 5. Phase 5, that'll be a thing. Let's see here. Any other ones? I know Blue Marvel is one, but honestly, don't look for that motherfucker anytime soon. We can't. Look, they gave us Black Panther. They are not going to give us one of the most powerful beings. And if they're giving us Monica Rambeau, they for goddamn sure ain't going to give us no Blue Marvel. They'll be like, no.
Black Panther, though. I mean, they get Black Panther.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, we got Black Panther, so I mean, they're not going to give us they're not going to give us Dr. Adam Brashear willy nilly. That means somebody's got to die.
Is that for free? No.
Yeah, no, not for free. No, you have to pay. You get them on Disney Plus.
Wait a minute, are we getting like Dr. Voodoo?
Yes, we're getting Dr. Voodoo. That's another one. He's been rumored to be in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
There you go.
I'm trying to think of any others off the top of my head that have been asked for, that have been clamored for. I guess, actually, you know what? I take that back. In light of the recent success of the Night Thrasher video, Night Thrasher is one. But I don't know if we'll see him anytime soon. I know a lot of people have been I remember there was a while there where everybody kept talking about Night Watch. And I'm like, dude, why? Night Watch was wild trash. That dude was garbage. There's a reason why I just do not ever talk about him. I'm like, dude, that dude was basically Spawn. He was Kmart Spawn.
You really don't like Spawn, man.
I do not like Spawn. I take that back. You know, it's not that I don't like Spawn. I don't like what Spawn became. Like, Spawn became... Okay, I don't even want to go off that sidebar. But, long story short, Spawn was promised to be one thing, became something entirely different in less than a year of promises made that were broken and never to be kept again.
But now he's next DLC character for Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm. You know. Hey, I still love the cartoon. Cartoon was great. Comic, not so much. I always tell people, go back and read it. Actually, go back and try and read Spawn. Doesn't work. And I'm just being honest. Here. AF probably knows what I'm talking about here. Look, I know AF probably still in the chat. If AF, Alternative Factuals, if you still in the chat, he probably remembers. He and I did a collab where we talked about Spawn because of the whole, movie thing that was coming up at the time. And, dude, we both were just like, oh, God, this is so horrible to read. I read 30 issues of Spawn. I was not happy about it. I was the saddest dude to ever read a comic. Looked like somebody was beating me.
You look like our boy over there, Carl Lumley.
Look, right? Look, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. That was my face. The whole time I read the comic, I was just like...
Carl Lumley, and man, I just found out he has to read 30 issues of Spawn.
He's like, I don't want to read that. He's like, can I please just read Truth, Red, White, Black? But no, real talk. He is going to, supposedly... The rumor around the campfire is, I know we've been all over the goddamn place. That's what happens when we're being funny. But basically it has been revealed, according to Deadline, that it's possible that the actor could be playing Isaiah Bradley, a.k.a. the Black Captain America. I think this could be very interesting because if you bring in Isaiah Bradley, that means a lot of things come with him. One of which, and I know Marvel sometimes likes to skirt around problematic subject matter, but it means they will likely address the whole Tuskegee syphilis experiments that were done back in the day.
Yep.
And I say experiments because that's exactly what they were. You can call them studies all you want. That was a fucking Frankenstein show. Where basically they injected black men with syphilis just to see what the fuck it does.
Because it's going to be any different than injecting it into any other race.
Right. Well, and the funny thing about it was, it's not funny, but just more funny in the sense that like they acted so surprised.
Oh God!
It killed over like how many? It killed over. What was it? Was it 100? How many men was it total? It was over 200 men. I think that
Too
were.
many.
It was too many. But the thing is, after I think less than a third of them survived, if I'm not mistaken. However many it was too goddamn many. But the whole point of the matter is, like, when that happened, all those men die, and of course, because you are basically injecting them with a fucking disease and it's spreading, you're just like, oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know how that happened. Anyway, the point of the matter is, I wonder if that will be addressed. More importantly, I want to know if this is a way to bring in Patriot. Because you gotta remember, the whole rumor for the last, 2-3 years is that the Young Avengers are going to be a thing in the MCU. The Young Avengers will be brought into the MCU. Now, if they do that, it wouldn't be that far off the mark, because you gotta remember who is rumored to be in WandaVision. Was it Wiccan and Hulkling are rumored to be in WandaVision. So that kind of... like, it brings it's bringing some stuff together that I don't know if that's actually going to be the case. You got to remember there was a whole thing with Kate Bishop. She was supposed to be getting her own series, which I heard is in varying stages of not happening or maybe happening or whatever is happening. I don't know. But the point of the matter is that if you bring in Isaiah Bradley, it brings a lot of things with him. And I don't know, and maybe I could be wrong, they could be things that they do not want to go near or go anywhere near, but I would be interested if they bring in Isaiah Bradley. Now, here's the question, because I know exactly what they're going to do with him if they use him.
Okay, what you got?
Now, we know what the story of Falcon and Winter Soldier is. We know that Falcon has been given the shield by Captain America. He has been chosen as Captain America's successor.
Right.
Now that that's been said, we know that the government, the United States government, they don't want him to be Captain America. They want somebody who they can control. They want somebody who's not outside the status quo. They want somebody that's actually going to be on their level, that's going to do exactly what they say, what they want, when they want it. Mm-hmm. That's fair. That's a fair assessment of the United States government. They never want anybody doing anything they don't want them to do. Just saying. I mean, these are facts. This isn't news. But I think Isaiah Bradley is going to be there to kind of be like I guess maybe a voice, maybe a second opinion or maybe a third opinion on the matter of whether Falcon should or should not be Captain America. Because you got to remember, now in the comics, it's a little, I don't know how they're going to, like I said, I don't know exactly how they're going to do this, but in the comics, the experiments that turned Isaiah Bradley into Captain America, they catch up with him. And then as he gets older, he starts regressing. I think by the time he's like in his, by the time you get to like the modern day, he has the mind of a child.
Yeah, he starts reverting.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know if they're gonna go that route. If they do, that's I don't know if I'm ready for that. But I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if look, y'all know I'm soft-hearted, so I'd be like, no, not Lumley.
Not like this.
No, like this. Not like this. Dude, yeah. Anyway, we ain't shit. Look, I never said we were shit. Let's go ahead and be real here. I never ever at any point in time said that we were shit. But I mean, you think about it. Isaiah Bradley. This guy was, I mean, yeah, he was Captain America at a time where, okay, first off, nobody in the United States government wanted a black Captain America. Let's go ahead and be 1,000 on that.
Dude, if I see that dude, I'm running.
Dude, I'd be like, I'm out, pimp. Now, and okay, I also do want to kind of, now there's one problem. There's one problem that I have. Here, there's one problem I have with, this whole, and this is probably because I've been doing a lot of videos or not videos, but a lot of posts lately where talking about lesser known black characters. There's an alarming number of characters that were made, black characters, who were either experimented on or given some kind of a debilitating disease that has a stigma behind it. Case in point, like syphilis, HIV. There's an alarming number of characters, and I don't have an exact number in front of me, but as I was preparing for this month and getting posts scheduled and ready to go out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whichever, by the way, links all down below. I noticed, I would say at least out of 29 characters, I think at least 8 or 9 of them were characters that were experimented on with, like, they were either experimented on or just injected, just plain old, like Shadowhawk, Chapel, Isaiah Bradley. There's others that I'm thinking about. They don't come to my mind right at the top of my head, but I was just like, wow, dude, this is not okay. Which, I mean, in the case of Isaiah Bradley, I don't have so much a problem with that one because it's a commentary on something that actually happened. Like, it's a commentary on something that was legit. And technically, it's not to say the others weren't either, but I think Isaiah Bradley was better handled.
Yeah, but it's beginning to become a stigma.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't like that. I don't want that to become the new normal. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, yeah, Isaiah Bradley, I mean, he's an interesting character. I like the idea of it. I think Carl Lumley, if this is in fact who he is going to be playing, a modern day Isaiah Bradley who's done the work, because Isaiah Bradley and Blue Marvel actually have some things in common. In the sense that, super chat, man, Reggie Sims coming through. All he just want to say was peace, fam. That's what I'm talking about. He said peace. He just came in and said, man, just want to say, what's good, King? How you doing, King? How you doing, King, man? Thank you for that super chat, $5 donated. By the way, if you do super chats, you will get to ask me a question. I will stop exactly what I'm doing, and I will answer it. I don't care what it is, because super chats are the lifeblood of the channel.
Stop the goddamn show.
I'll go into Vince McMahon mode. Like, cut it off, goddammit.
Right.
God damn it, I said cut the goddamn stream.
You better calm down, okay? We're on YouTube again. You don't know where the
look, man. Like, y'all, for those who don't know, man, when I started doing Twitch, I felt like Vince was constantly coming after me because the second I started talking shit about WWE, that motherfucker, the stream would go like bloop off. Yep.
You've been an unsuspected error in the stream, and I'll be like sitting there looking like, okay, refresh, nope, refresh, nope.
Be like, nope. Unsuspected my ass.
And then that's when I have to go. Hold on, that's when I have to go. Yo,
stream is off.
Bill.
Yeah, right. look, and then me being me, and this is not because like I don't pay my bill, but it's because I always pay my bill early. So early, in fact, that I forget whether or not I actually have paid it or not, and I always have to go check. So whenever my internet gets spotty, the first thing I do, I'll be like,
Did I pay the bill?
Did I pay the bill? Hold on. No, it's paid. They just fucking up.
That's the fault of being a man of certain melatonin. You feel me?
Right?
I'm
Look, they cut my
sorry.
shit.
I mean, no, melanin. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Look, but that melatonin be hitting though.
Sorry about that melatonin.
But I mean, what do you think? I mean, I've kind of pontificated about this. What do you think, man? What do you think about Isaiah Bradley in the MCU?
Well, okay.
Or let me before I speak too flippantly, allegedly
Right.
allegedly in the MCU.
Allegedly. I mean, I'm here for it, right? I just like it's gonna if he does play Cody Fingers, Isaiah Bradley, it's definitely gonna be after his prime. He's definitely gonna be, over the hill. He's definitely gonna be, Falcon's magical Negro, giving him that advice. Be, hey, I've done this before. People don't want X, Y, and Z. I mean, yeah, Falcon does need some guidance.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that Falcon. The expectation is that Falcon and Winter Soldier are going to be running roughshod on everybody. I don't think that's really the play here.
Yeah, I don't think it is either.
Because if you look at it says Falcon and Winter Soldier, but they could be doing two separate things.
Which it does look like they are. It actually does look like they are in some respects.
Right. It looks like in some of the footage that we've seen, it looks like Winter Soldier is off doing his own thing, going after Baron Zemo. So
and it looks like Falcon will be contending with U.S. Agent.
Exactly. So,
which, by the way, it took me a minute to realize who the guy playing U.S. Agent is.
Who that is?
I don't want to bury the lead because we're actually going to talk about him a little later. That's Kurt Russell's son.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, it is.
Shit.
Get in the bag, dude. Kurt Russell's like, hey, can y'all get my boy in? He's like, look, I know I played Ego just recently, but man, can y'all get my boy in here?
Deku Venom has joined Blerd Club.
Got to go get him.
Got to go get him.
Got
My boy.
to go get him. Gotta get that Venom. Knock, knock, let the Deku in.
That's right.
What's going on, pimpin'? What's going on? That's my guy, y'all. That dude, Deku Venom is probably. I would say Deku Venom might be the. What's a good, like? I know Dark Angel is the treasurer of the Ain't Shit Squad.
Second death.
Yeah, like right.
Master at Arms.
Master at Arms. He's the master. He is the master at arms of the Ain't Shit Squad.
He is always about that action,
Dude. Right, dude. I want y'all to know something. I want y'all to know and understand something. My guy Deku. And matter of fact, while I'm sitting here, let me. Dude, like, yes. Oh, by the way, Deku, I just want to put some respect in your name because I forgot to mod you up, pimp. But no, dude, my guy Deku, that dude would come in, blah. He swing that hammer strong on Twitch. Y'all fuck around on Twitch.
You got a super chat, dude.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, we got Choctaw Red coming through with $5 super chat. Says truth. Red, white, and black. Easily top 5 Marvel comic stories written, highly recommended to any and everybody. And that cover art, my guy. That's what I'm talking about. Exactly. That cover art, my guy. I'm gonna go look. I actually, you know what? I had actually been putting it off. And I know a lot of people have asked me questions about it. Not so much about Truth, Red, White, and Black specifically, but a lot of people have been asking me, like, about, hey, what character breakdowns are you going to do after Black History Month? Don't worry, I'm not, like, I think a lot of people sometimes forget, like, I keep doing them even after. I just don't do them every week. But February, I like to do them every week. But I'm still going to keep doing them, because the next one's in the pipe. I did a couple of big ones, kind of back to back, so I kind of decided to take it easy on myself and do 2 lighter ones. Jason McKnight coming through with the $2.99 super chat. Look. Coming with look here. Wait, hold on. Boom, I got you, pimpin'. Thank you for that. And then Secretary of the North, take it. Chillmonger, Secretary of the North of the Asian Squad. Goddamn.
Hey.
Oh, Dark Age said, "Why can't I be the secretary?"
The Treasury role is very important, man. They maintain the bag,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Look, Dark Age, you gotta make sure we keep the we keep the bag strong.
Right.
The bag stay heavy. Make sure these coffers stay full. Look, keep Blerd Koa in the black in more ways than one. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Anyway, point of the matter is, look, I'll run off with the bag. Oh, if you run off with the bag, then yeah, no, you can be secretary.
You run off with the bag, that's coming for you.
Look, we'll make Jose the treasurer. Oh Lord. Anyway, whole point of this though is that if this is the case, this is still a rumor. It's not confirmed. Marvel hasn't said anything.
Yes.
And I'm sure they are kind of both wise and unwise for doing so. I think if you're going to announce this shit, announce it now. But, honestly, I would rather be a surprise. I would actually rather be a surprise. But
I think they're just trying to generate the hype.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing that we all kind of have to appreciate about Marvel Studios is that, they'll lay all their cards out on the table.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna tell you what they're gonna do, and you're gonna like it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Either way. Now, stingers and stuff like that. Yeah, we get all that. But aside from that, look, they've been open pretty much about who's gonna be in their shows. What's it gonna be about? Tentatively. What's it gonna be about? How it connects to the movies. They telling you everything.
Yeah. Oh no. Easily. I guess let's go ahead and move on to because Isaiah Bradley is not the only character that has been rumored to join the MCU now in the last couple of weeks. Two others. These are going to be quick because I'm not spending a lot of time on these because they're even more of a rumor than Isaiah Bradley is because at least we got a guy cast in the role.
Right.
Or at least to the show. These are tentatively. Technically, one of these does actually have a casting already connected to it, but we don't know if that's actually going to be a thing. And that is next up on the rumor mill.
Mm-hmm.
Red Hulk is rumored to make his MCU debut in Marvel's She-Hulk series. I don't know how that's going to play out. Because we know that Thunderbolt Ross is in Black Widow. A younger version of him is in Black Widow. We see him in the trailer. He's been de-aged.
Super chat.
Oh, we got a super chat? Hold on, wait a minute. We got a $5 super chat over here. God damn it. Says Bradley. This is the C-O... Wait. Oh, the C-O-B-Y. Dude, Kobe. I'm here for it. Kobe. Let's see here. Says Bradley might end up being the Yoda to the Falcon. Thanks for all the good work that you've been doing. Man, I love seeing black people in the comics. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for hitting me with that super chat. Putting some respect on the Blerd Without Fear's name.
All the support.
God
all
damn
the
it.
support.
All look. That sport.
Can I just say that I appreciate that Kodak Black said for Black History Month, I like to see Jazz from the Autobots get some love. Okay?
Look, wait. Here's the thing. Jazz, and can we also get Blasta? Look, I just want to point out, every time a character was like kind of hip, like he was with it, had some seasoning on him, I love how we just all just like, nah, motherfucker, he's ours. He's ours. He ain't y'all's. He's ours. Bring it. Because I remember for the longest time, I just assumed that Jazz and Blasta were black. I just assumed. I was like, how you gonna tell me different? I dare you. I dare you to tell me any different. Look, well, there were other characters too, not just in Transformers.
Joe.
Yeah, like, dude, hell, I would even, like, I always assumed Destro. I was like, dude, Destro, he with the shits, man. He black. Destro black. I don't give a fuck what the backstory say. Like when they cast Christopher Eccleston in was it G.I. Joe Rides a Cobra? Yeah. As Destro, I was like, that ain't my Destro. My Destro's black. Thank you. I don't care what his backstory says. That motherfucker black. You mean to tell me Destro gonna fall up in the cut? Hold on, You gonna tell me Destro gonna fall up in the cut with the poofy coat and the gold chain?
And the gold chain?
In a metal face? Get the fuck out of here, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Not my Destro. Look, that's why I like G.I. Joe Sigma 6, because they made Cobra Commander a badass motherfucker, and they made Destro look like a big-ass black dude. Dude, Destro coming out the cut like, was looking brolic as fuck.
Looking like a whole Isaiah Bradley.
Right? He was like, as a matter of fact, I would like to come to the cookout. But no,
says, Scatman Carruthers was a G1 Jazz. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Scatman. I'm a scat man. No lie.
Let's get back to this action.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. I may be acting really flippant about it, but I actually really love that song. Anyway, point of the matter is, William Hurt, that plays General Thunderbolt Ross in the MCU. If I'm not mistaken, they have said that he will likely be reprising his role as Thunderbolt Ross in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which would make sense because this is dealing with the government, and he is that guy who's kind of like since technically Nick Fury is not really around. I mean, he's around, but he's not like working for the government anymore. Specifically, or
around, not around, but really around, but kind of around.
Yeah, like he's there, but he's not really. Technically, like, because when the whole Civil War thing happened, it was Thunderbolt Ross who was the one they dealt with. Mm-hmm. He was the direct liaison from the government to the superheroes, and that's kind of what's, I assume, it's still going to be going on, and it's kind of like what was going on recently in the comics and have been in the past. But I don't know how I feel about him becoming Red Hulk in She-Hulk, or maybe having him become the Red Hulk and at some other point, or maybe in something else. That could be a thing. I don't know. I mean, we don't know. We don't know what Disney has planned. We really don't know. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't we find out this is only going to be like, what, 6 or 8 episodes?
Yeah.
Or was it 10 or something like that?
It's 10.
It's 10 episodes? Okay.
Yeah, but is it 10? At this point, I don't even know anymore.
I think, like I said, it's a thing. It's a thing.
My thing is, if you sprinkle, and I'm going to take a term from cyber nerds, you got to pepper it. You got to pepper it right. You know what I'm saying? If you plant the seeds and I forget if Black
6
Widow
episodes.
Comes out first. Thank you, sir.
6 episodes.
Black Widow comes out first, or Falcon comes out first. Whichever one comes out first. If you
Black Widow, I believe is first.
If you pepper the seeds and say, hey, we got this program going on and XYZ, and then kind of roll it into Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then eventually in the She-Hulk, I could see that happening.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
not just bam, in She-Hulk. Like, what the fuck?
I think honestly, part of me kind of wonders if they okay, and maybe this is me going into fantasy booking mode. So don't take anything I say too seriously. But when they did Civil War, I actually thought they were setting up Red Hulk.
I thought so too.
Because there's a part where Ross is telling him about something that happened to him, like trying to explain why he had been missing. And he talked about how, I was golfing, and next thing you know, like boom, heart attack. And I was like, and then suddenly he said he's talking about he's back and he feels better than ever. Maybe that was just throwaway dialogue, but I kind of felt like that was a setup saying like, hey, he had a heart attack, and I guess to keep himself going, this is what he's done, and then eventually we will see the fruits of his labors, to combat rogue superheroes in under the guise of Red Hulk. But neither here nor there. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
Because we still got another character, and that is Kang. I always love Kang because it's like it's one of those characters. Like, is he saying king like with slang, or is he actually? It's like not Kang the Conqueror. He apparently Loki's Disney Plus series will likely wind up introducing Kang the Conqueror to the Marvel Cinematic Universe by way of the Time Variance Authority, which. For those who are not familiar, he was once an agent of the Time Variance Authority. So, like, that could be a way. The Loki series could be a way to kind of backdoor him into the MCU and kind of set him up to be the whether it's the next big bad or whatever, or set him up for future movies with other characters. Kang's one of those things. Honestly, I kind of feel like he's an Avengers level threat. You don't just throw him into a willy-nilly solo movie or anything like that. You put him up against the squad.
Yes, but this does confirm something.
Mm-hmm.
Without a shadow of a doubt, this actually confirms something. Shout out to Salton C, who called it.
Mm-hmm.
Time Variance Authority is a thing.
It is a thing. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna stay putting respect on on Salton C's name, because when we did we did the reaction to the Disney Plus Super Bowl trailer, Salt was the one who called it. Because I was sitting there, I was kind of like, I don't know what that is. I'm not sure.
I had to go look that John up.
And then when he told me, I was like, motherfucker. I was like, son of a bitch. He got it. But basically what they're saying is, according to Illuminati, the time-traveling villain is rumored to appear in Disney Plus' upcoming series Loki. The series is expected to deal with time travel and introduce the Time Variance Authority, an organization that Kang was a member of in the comics. Now, this report comes just a few days after it was announced that Doctor Who alum Gugu Mbatha Raw has signed on to appear in the series. She would join Owen Wilson, Sophia DiMartino, and Angelica Ross, all of whom are rumored to be starring in the series as well. Marvel has not commented on any casting reports. So there you have it. I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Like, why not? Why not have Kang? People have been asking for Kang. Use Kang. You now have the ability to use him. Use him.
And forgive me if my information or my knowledge is incorrect, but if you introduce Kang, the K-A-N-G, okay, do you know who Kang really is?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right. No. I mean,
you feel me?
Look, here's the thing about Kang. We've already been fucking with time. We've already been fucking with time and in-game. Kang wears a lot of hats.
Man, very dope.
Depending on, for those, Iron Lad, come on. Let's be real here. What was it? Rama Tut is one of his other aliases.
Rama Tut.
And then of course, a lot of people have been asking the question. People have been asking the question. I know Robert Downey Jr. He gets asked all the time. Are there ways? Are there ways that he can make a triumphant return? Look, I'm just saying, just throwing it out there. I mean, hey, if you're gonna do it, hey, look, just do it right. That's all I ask. And not only that, if you also look at, I don't know, when you look at a lot of the other things that are going on with a lot of like the other, a lot of the other characters, like, I don't know. I could, but then again, I don't know. I also couldn't see it either. Basically, Kang has so many ties to like so many different characters. I don't know if it would even be like feasible, like to do it one way. I know that the main thing is gonna be Fantastic Four connections. That's gonna be the main thing. That's gonna be the main thing, chief among anything else. And then you just kind of go from there. If you want to, if you choose to.
A lot of people don't know who Kang is, man.
Well, okay. Let's be clear. Let's be clear here.
Let me be clear.
Let me be clear. Let me be clear here. The main thing is that if you really want to do it, if you really want to go into, the deeper minutia of who Kang the Conqueror is, honestly, the best thing you could do for yourself, look, just go digging into all of the old, because basically he had his initial. I always think of him as more of a Fantastic Four character. That's just that is just who I always relate to him as.
Yes.
I always think of him as a Fantastic Four character. Yeah, and matter of fact, I didn't even know who Kang was initially. I knew him as Rama Tut. And that's just me. And that's and honestly, that's an alias you don't see very often because they don't use it anymore because it was.
They don't even use that no more.
I saw it. They did it like a couple of weeks ago. Yes, Jason McKnight. Yes, you are correct. Nathaniel Richards is his name, and that's why I said like you could really tie in Fantastic Four shenanigans with that if you really wanted to. You could do that.
People don't understand that when you bring Kang, okay, now that the chat is aware, when you bring Kang, okay, you're bringing a whole slew of items, characters, and backstory and history. Yes, he is the great grandson of Reed Richards, right?
Nathaniel.
What does that mean? Okay, that at some point in time, he's crossed Franklin. Okay, at some point in time, he was Iron Lad, Rama Tut, Scarlet Centurion,
and Mortis.
Brother got so many names and so many different. Oh, don't forget the Council of Kangs. Okay,
Can't forget that.
History. So there's so much history in this one person.
And this is shit. Like literally going like that's why I say like it opens up a can of worms that I don't know if Marvel's ready for.
They ain't ready for no Kang.
Because okay, you know what? I honestly think if you put Kang in the MCU, you kind of have to be. I think you have to make him a threatening villain, but you also kind of have to make it a little lighthearted because he gets all over the damn place. Like, you almost have to kind of, like, pull him. I forgot about Victor Timely.
Damn right.
My name's Victor Timely. He's like, I'm always on schedule, never on time.
Damn, they really saying that my mic is coming in low, and I don't understand why.
About to say, dude, I got you up.
Yeah.
Here, I'll put you up a little more. I mean, I'll put you above me. But now I will say, anyone else will probably sound low by comparison to me, because I am naturally loud.
Hold on. You know what? I just did a thing. Hold on.
You did a thing? Did you fix a thing?
I changed a thing.
You changed the thing?
I changed the thing. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of volume boost over here.
Yeah.
See if that helps. If not, then
I just went ahead and turned you all the way up because, like, honestly, like I am that far away.
Yeah, you can hear me fine.
Yeah, I hear. Yeah, I hear you as though you were literally. I mean, then again, I also have on headphones. But I have you turned up. I actually literally have you up all the way.
All the way.
I have you up all the way. Actually, here, you know what? Let me do you a solid. Here, let's. Here, give me some volume, sir.
Like this?
Yes, sir. Yeah, no, I even have Discord turned all the way up. I actually went to go check.
Yeah, Sister says he sounds like he's whispering on our end.
Mm-hmm.
How, Sway?
Yeah, that's because I was just loud as a motherfucker in my ear. Check your Here, let me see something.
Let me give uno momento, por favor.
Do your thing, sir.
Give me that control panel real quick.
No, that ain't it. Yeah, because I have Discord turned all the way up. I have you turned all the way up.
Mm-hmm. Talk to the people.
As far as I can tell, hell, you are on my side of things. You are actually coming through louder than I am.
This might sound a little louder.
Yes, it did. So now I'm gonna turn you down a little bit.
Yeah. Turn me back down
because that was all up in my ear.
How does it feel, baby?
Yeah, boy. Like, I can't say I'm the last person complaining about somebody being loud in my ear.
Yeah,
I'm a loud motherfucker by trade. Like,
right,
let's carry on. Let's carry on. Anyway, Kang, it's coming. It's happening.
Kang.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about some less happy news. So we know all about what's going on with Batman.
Batman's
is a thing. So of course, before we get into the happy part, we'll get the sad news out of the way first. We now know why Ben Affleck walked away from Batman. We now have confirmation from the man himself. This isn't hearsay. This isn't like a friend of a friend. This isn't like his ex-wife. This isn't, anyone else but Ben Affleck in his own words saying why he walked away from Batman. So basically he was doing an interview with the New York Times, and this is back when he was still writing the script for Batman. Like, he was still one of the people who was in charge of writing the script for Batman. Or rather, the Batman. Batman. I actually think this may also still be around the time when he was, what's the word? I think this may even go back as far as when he was still attached as director.
But you're right.
Yeah. Well, the interview is now, but like just saying the time he's talking about.
He was still.
Yeah, he was still very much.
This was before he turned over to Matt Reeves. He was still the director, still the main lead.
Right.
And then, go on.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want.
No, you good. So basically, while he was talking to the New York Times, he basically, This is no secret. Around the time of Justice League, Batman v Superman, all that shit, Suicide Squad, Ben Affleck was going through some shit. Dude, hardcore. And here's the thing, and I think we kind of need, and when we talk about Dan DiDio, I'm going to bring this up again. We really kind of need to chill out on people. I talked about this before when we were talking about our boy, the Monitor, on Crisis. People sending that motherfucker death threats and shit over fucking make-believe. We really need to, like, I'm serious about this when I say this. I'm serious as a fucking heart attack. Y'all need to, and I'm not saying y'all specifically, I'm saying y'all just in general of everyone in the world, myself included. We need to chill the fuck out. It's just fucking make-believe. And I actually read something someone said the other day, another content creator was talking about, and he was saying how, he says, I take myself so seriously in every other facet of my life that I can't help but be lighthearted when I talk about comics.
Right.
Because he's like, I'm serious about everything else in my life. Why would I take comics so seriously, even if it's something that's a part of my job? And that's kind of how I feel. That's why when people are always so angry about stuff, and I'm always kind of like, it ain't that serious. Like, I got too much other shit going on in my life that I take seriously. That I just don't take the aspect of comics. And when I say comics, I'm talking about, like, how they make me feel in a negative manner. I ain't got time for that shit. But Ben Affleck, he was going through divorce with Jennifer Garner. He was dealing with alcoholism. He was actually in rehab during a good chunk of his stint in the DCEU. A lot of people don't know that. And then, imagine, I want to paint a picture for y'all.
What you got?
Imagine you are a regular person, a regular, degular, schmegular person.
I am.
You get a really awesome job.
Okay.
That you are, in fact, qualified for.
Okay, I'm liking it so far.
It's paying you, you're getting the bag. Like, they sit you down, and they say, hey, we want to offer you the head, like literally the head of the company job. You're going to be making millions of dollars. Hell, you know what? Fuck that. No, I'm going to bring it down. Fuck that corporate shit. Motherfucker, your ass work at McDonald's.
Damn. That got busted down real quick.
And because I think a lot of, I want to bring it down to a lower level because I feel like people, when they think about corporate life, they don't, there's a disconnect. But hell, I tell you what, we won't do McDonald's because I ate there yesterday. We'll say Target. You work for Target.
That's a deep cut.
Dude, that's a deep cut right there. Y'all, for those of y'all who don't know, if you know, you know. But you work for Target. And the regional manager comes to Target and says, hey, you've been doing an amazing job. I want to offer you your own store. You're qualified. They're offering you money. They're offering you vacation time. They're offering you everything that you want that would help feed your family.
Okay.
And everyone who was up, and not even motherfuckers who were up for the job, but just other motherfuckers, just random motherfuckers, just like come up to you on a day-to-day basis and tell you how much you suck. Or they tell you how much you shouldn't have the job that you have. Or how, you only got the job because of XYZ. Or you don't belong in this position because I just don't like your face. Or you know what? I don't think you should have the job because you know what? You used to work at Walmart and I didn't like your face at Walmart and I thought you looked really stupid in khakis and blue vest and I really don't like seeing you in a red shirt and you know this is stupid and I just hate you. Like that. And on top of all that, you're going through a divorce.
Sheesh.
You're going through, you're having to go to rehab because you are drinking more now. You're going out all night and drinking more because you're depressed because everybody comes to your fucking job and tells you how you suck at it, even though they've never worked your job a day in their life. They have no clue what it takes to do what you do. More importantly, your wife is leaving you and taking half your fucking money.
Jesus.
Think about that for a second. Put yourself in another person's shoes for a second. Think about that shit. That is what Ben Affleck has been going through. Ben Affleck, the second he was announced as Batman, people came out of the woodwork. Oh, he sucks. Ah, he was in Reindeer Games. That movie was trash. You know how many movies he's made since Reindeer Games? Do you know how long ago Reindeer Games was? Reindeer Games was a long-ass time ago. Well, he was in Geely. So?
Oh, God.
So was Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
and guess who else? Guess what else? Kevin Smith directed the motherfucker. And guess what?
Talk to him.
Nobody talks about that shit anymore when they bring him up. And here's the other sad part about it. Ben Affleck has actually gone on to become a great writer, a great director, an even better actor. Do you know how hard it is to direct a movie that you're in? A lot of people think it's easy. It's actually not. It's actually more difficult than you would imagine, because that means you have to control the aspects on the side of the camera you're standing on and the side of the camera you're not standing on. Like, that's difficult. And then you're writing it. You're writing it. You're producing. You know how difficult that is? Dude, fuck that. I mean, yeah, a lot more actors do that nowadays, but think about the actors who do it. They're all actors who are, for all intents and purposes, considered elite actors. They're considered the best of the best. Now, that said, and of course, you also throw into the hat the whole negative reaction to, like, to be fair, when Batman v Superman came out, people responded to him more positively, and the movie less so much. And then next thing you know, you get to Justice League, and it's like, oh my God, you know, everybody's like, then people started shitting on him again. And it was awful. But anyway, Ben Affleck, he said in his interview with the Times that I showed somebody the Batman script. They said, I think the script is good. I also think you'll drink yourself to death if you go through with what you just went through again. Now, remember, this is at a time when this man was in rehab. He was already going through rehab. He's already going through a tough time. He's already struggling. And I don't know if any of you have ever been divorced before. I mean, I have been divorced before. I'll put my hand up. Now, in the case... like right here. For those of you who don't know, being divorced kind of sucks. Now, in my case, my divorce, it was a mutual divorce. My ex-wife and I, we just realized we don't like each other anymore. Not like that. And we parted ways amicably. And we didn't have any children together. We didn't have any property together. All we had was an apartment and some furniture and silverware and plates and shit.
The basics.
Yeah, that was all we had. We had bullshit together, is what we had. And then here, let me mess with this real quick. Like, we literally had just, we literally just had the basics. Nothing special.
Hold on, son. Feed is getting choppy, according to...
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I see it.
Chill
I see it.
And myself. Yeah, I can. Yeah, it's getting
Here, give me
weird.
1 sec. Let me see something. Let me kill some shit real quick.
Don't you start losing frames.
Yeah, I'm trying not to. I'm really trying not to. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Yep, is telling me the same thing. Give me a un momento, por favor.
Yeah, they said mainly the video, but the audio is okay.
The audio's okay? Okay.
Yeah, and I thought it was me, like my computer, because I was like, damn, like...
Well, true story. So I don't know if you caught that, like how I kind of did a little, like... That was what I noticed. That's why I was like, let me refresh this shit and see what's going on here.
Yeah, I refreshed it like 4 or 5 times and then put it on.
Yeah, mine... It was same here. Same here.
It,
Uh,
it is not just y'all. It is us too.
it is us as well.
When you
We are
can
also,
hear us.
Yes, that is the most important part. If you can hear us, then we're
Hopefully,
doing.
hopefully my face isn't in some weird contorted fashion.
Are you a Picasso?
I could be.
You could be. No, you're good.
I think we're good
It's
now.
cleared up now. It's cleared up.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so getting back to it though. When I got divorced, and you said your divorce was pretty much the same as mine.
Pretty much the
for the
same.
most
Yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, the only difference is that we have a kid.
Yeah, y'all. Yeah, okay, that was the one. See, and we didn't have a kid. My lawyer told me, she was like, "You have no idea how lucky you are that your ex-wife, or at the time my wife, didn't want anything." And then I got to know other people who were going through divorces, and their divorces were a million times worse than the one I had.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm talking about motherfuckers, they were getting kicked out of their house because their wife got the house. Motherfuckers weren't able to see their kids, or they were losing custody of their kids, or the wife was getting sole custody of the kids, and they weren't getting shit, even though they were good parents and made decent money and were in the kid's life. Like, that's what I'm telling people. Like, you gotta put yourself in someone else's shoes for a second before you go in on them. And I know it's fun because we think that, the celebrities are public figures, whatever. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't make fun of people. I'm just saying that maybe you should think twice before you do. But Ben Affleck was not doing well. And the fact that he didn't, now granted, a lot of people say, oh, he's rich. Well, guess what? Rich people kill themselves all the time because guess what? Money does not equal happiness. Oh, who was the guy? God, I'm blanking on his name. The guy that was that had killed himself not too long ago. Blanking on his name, and it's at this point doesn't matter, but or it does matter, but just saying that name doesn't. That part of it is not the most important part of it. It's the fact that he was a celebrity, he was rich, and he had everything. He had the life that everyone. Oh, by the way, super chat, Orochi Geese, thank you for that $2 super chat. Boom, you rocked.
But yeah,
point,
they're
had everything
too.
Yeah,
they're humans too.
Yeah, you don't like. Okay, you and I say this being a person who is married to a woman who has emotional instabilities and mental instabilities. I think we all do. It's just a matter of how much or how little we have. But and I'll be the first one to admit I have them as well. But I just deal with mine in ways that most people wouldn't notice.
I play video games.
Yeah, see, there you go. I play video games. I do content creation. I stream. I work on creative projects. You would never know that I suffer from crippling depression. But and also I'm always smiling. I'm always laughing. I'm always joking around. I'm always being I guess acting as if I'm some sort of bon vivant. Which I am not. But I mean, no, that's it's we all wear a mask. We all wear a mask of some sort. The me that is talking to you is the real me. But when these cameras go off, I think about things. Like, case in point, do you know, Brother One, that when I answer YouTube comments, I do it now while listening to K-pop?
Really?
Yep. Those who don't know, my 4-year-old has become a huge fan of K-pop. She has already told me she is marrying every member of BTS.
Calm down now.
And she has even told me who her favorite member of Big Bang is. And she has been running around the house singing Whistle by Blackpink.
Oh, Jesus.
Like the other day, I woke up and she was walking around the house and she was like, make you whistle like a missile. Bomb, bomb. And I was like, interesting.
Wow.
Every time I show up, blow up. I was like, this motherfucker's spitting. But no, seriously.
Bars.
But in fostering her love of K-pop, which I've always had a love of K-pop, even before it was popular to be in love with K-pop, I discovered something about K-pop.
What that is?
it is impossible for me to be in a bad mood when I listen to it.
That's a good, yeah.
So whenever I answer YouTube comments, which on the whole generally are nice, but every now and again, some asshole comes along and is talking shit just to try and get
Fox
attention.
News.
Yeah, on that Fox News bullshit. And you know what I do now? Old me, before I was listening to K-pop while answering comments, I would give them the smoke. I would say, oh, this motherfucker wants to smoke. I have time today, sir. And you know what I do now? When I'm listening to that K-pop, I'm listening to that young BTS, that mic drop, that Big Bang, that Blackpink. Yeah, I'll just be like sitting there, be like, hide user. And I will keep smiling. So if you got spicy with me in my comments and I didn't answer you, it's because you don't exist to me. Because it's not worth my mental health to engage with people who just want negative attention. Like they want to start a fight. And that's just not who I am. So
well, that's how YouTube comments are, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like listen, and y'all know me, y'all know how I am. YouTube comments are not a place to act, bold and brave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I know there's other YouTubers that are in this chat right now. Chillmonger, he's out here.
Yep.
Like
alternative
factuals. The negative comments don't really do anything.
No, they
essentially.
don't. No.
You're wasting your time typing what you want to say to try to get a rise out of Blerd Without Fear or myself or whoever, right? It doesn't do anything. Like, yeah, I might get mad for maybe a split second, but I got way better things to do with my time that pay bills. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't got time for that. And I call them keyboard warriors. I didn't call them keyboard warriors. I was 21, right? They're all keyboard warriors.
Keyboard warriors and bro flakes.
Yeah, but getting back to the whole Ben Affleck thing. He was going through some rough stuff.
Yeah, and he got money.
Yeah, he got money, right? So if he wanted to, he can go hop on his jet, fly out to fucking Tahiti or some shit, and lay on the beach. But guess what? That ain't do it for him.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? He's got real world power. When you have a wife and kids, that's your life. You know what I'm saying? For all of us that have kids or have been married or are married, that's your life, man. Yep. And when somebody pulls that away from you, either by force or by choice, it is probably one of the hardest things you have to go through as an adult. But throw on top of that the money, the fame, everybody's watching you. You got paparazzi all in your business. You try to make a movie. Come on, man.
Was it TeeSpring Gazzy said I totally agree with Blerd Without Fear because we said we all have our days, including myself. I was depressed and tired of doing the same thing. Yeah, dude, it is what it is. It is what it is. I tell people all the time, man, you don't owe it to anyone to respond to their negative behavior. And I used to do it. I'll admit, there's probably some of you in here who who are being, quiet. That probably got spicy with me, and I probably clapped back on you. There actually are a couple of people who I've clapped back on, and it did actually create a new relationship because I actually had a guy once. I don't remember who it was, but they came at me and they were talking cash. Didn't have shit to do with my video. Didn't have shit to do with what I was talking about, but just came in and started talking shit about me specifically. And then I responded to the comment, and I was like, geez. I was like, dude. I was like, what the fuck is your problem? I was like...
You all right?
And then, lo and behold, and this is one of the few times, because I don't know, some people may not realize, but if I reply to a comment, I don't always reply to the reply to my comment, because it gets lost in the gajillion comments that come up every day.
That's how Reddit gets started.
Right? And but what happened was this guy, I actually got his reply. I just happened to catch it. And he was like, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even remember writing this comment. He's like, he apologized. He was like, I don't even know, like literally his words exactly. I'll never forget this as long as I live. He's like, I have no clue what I was thinking when I put this out here. He's like, I don't even remember doing this. And he's like, and he apologized. He apologized, and we had a civil discussion after that. And he even became a subscriber. I don't know if he still watches, but yeah, whatever.
Damn.
But no, I mean, that's the thing though. Like, I tell people all the time that I don't believe in giving. It's kind of like with a child. You know, sometimes a child is starved for attention. Sometimes they'll do bad things to get attention, even if it's negative. That's how YouTube comments tend to be. And I'm like, I'm not going to give you that negative attention because I'm wasting time and energy responding to an asshole who just wants attention. They want to feel good about themselves. So here I am giving them what they want. I'm not going to do that. I would rather spend that time and energy talking to those of you who I like. And the people who are, you know, supporting me and enjoying what I do. And even if you don't enjoy what I do, as long as you're not being a dick. You know?
There's a thing, there's a fine line between constructive criticism and then just being a dick.
Yeah. And the line is very easy to cross. It's actually a very easy line to cross. Like, case in point, I watch tons of YouTube videos that have nothing to do with comics. If I don't like a video, guess what I do? I click it off.
Move on.
Well, I don't even click the dislike button. I just close that motherfucker out and move on to something else.
It's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah. And like, you know, the only time I typically comment on other people's YouTube videos is if they say something that resonates with me. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I'm just being friendly. Yeah, I'm kind of a lurker. I'm a lurker by trade in everything I do. Whether it's watching YouTube, watching other people on Twitch. One can tell you, I talk to him in his chat because I know him. And I talk to other Twitch streamers because I know them. But if you are some other person who I don't really know that well or don't know at all, I ain't saying shit. Like, I think last night we were in Discord and we were watching a Memphis Twitch streamer who was streaming while he was doing Uber. And the only reason it came up is because he was Ubering in Memphis. And I was like, dude. And me and Dark Angel were like, dude, we know exactly where he is.
That was fun.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny. It just because it was funny is what it was. But no, all of that was an aid of saying that I just don't believe in shitting on people willy-nilly. So yes, let's please, is that one of the things that we can just leave behind? Is that a sacred cow of fandom that we can go ahead and put to pasture?
It's 2020, y'all. Let's put all that negative bullshit to the side, man.
Right.
There's no need for it, man.
Yeah, like was it what did Biggie Smalls called it? All that bicker and beef.
Bicker and beef.
Anyways, let's move on to something positive.
Yeah.
And we're still talking about Batman, so let's talk about more Batman.
Batmans.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and preface everything I say here by saying that yes, we do get a closer look at the Bat costume, but this is not Robert Pattinson in the Bat suit. This is a stunt double.
Yes.
And I'm not going to show the video because, I felt bad for the guy, but there is a video circulating on Twitter if you want to find it. It's not hard to find. Of the guy.
It's in the Discord.
Yeah, it's in the Discord. If you're in the Discord,
I put it in there.
If you go to the DCEU and DCAU thread, it's there. But no, my guy, we get to see Robert Pattinson's stunt double here. This is him right here, and he is in full regalia. Now, one thing to take note of, and I don't know if this is because of what he's doing. They're in Glasgow, Scotland, right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, raining and stuff.
And what they're doing is they're getting ready to perform a stunt scene that looks like it takes place in a funeral. or not funeral, but in a cemetery. And it's Batman on his bat cycle, which I think is funny that we were literally talking about him having a bat cycle. How about we go with the bat cycle? Now look what happened.
First thing I was like, yo, we called it.
We called this motherfucker, goddammit. We did it. Now DC cut us a check. Is that how this works?
I hope so.
Is that how this works?
I hope so.
Well, lo and behold, we get to see a better look at the suit. It's still got the collar, like the Batman Noel suit.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the utility belt on, and the suit does look more tactical.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm here for it, and I like what is this? He's got like on the gauntlets. He's got the, I don't know if those serve a purpose, but he's got like kind of like the ribbed gauntlets. And he's still got the blades on the gauntlet. He's still got the blades on the gauntlet. But like, you kind of see like those lines going down the gauntlet. I can't tell if those are actually something that's useful or if it's something, or it's just aesthetics. But he's got the shoulder pads. It looks like the suit is not all one piece. It looks like it's actual like tactical gear you would see someone use who worked for like, you know, in a SWAT or like kind of like a military like engagement team. Something like that, like a TAC squad or something like that, or like a TAC unit. It looks legit. Also, want to point out, you look around the eyes.
Mm-hmm. Clear as hell.
So normally in these bat costumes, and I don't know if this is because of the type of shoot they're doing right now, or if this is a something that's going to be replaced later. But a lot of people have speculated that this means he will probably have white eyes in the finished film, maybe. Mm-hmm. I honestly, personally, just from a practicality standpoint, I think it's just so like water doesn't get in his eyes while he's doing the stunts is what I think is what's going on here. But you see him right here. He's on the cycle.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the cycle right here. Once again, yeah, he's in the cemetery. Whatever. Suit still looks good. Still looks good. I like it. And then here, let's look at this next one.
Cycle look good.
Yeah, Cycle looks great. And actually, this is actually more of a wider shot of what we just saw, like, you know, earlier. But I mean, I like it. I like the suit. Looks good. I mean, there's no cape, but I mean, I don't need the cape right now. I mean, clearly, why would you write it? At this point, the cape is probably something that will either A, he wasn't wearing at the time, or B, will be added in post.
Most likely it would be added in post. You know?
And honestly, you can do that now. Now, don't give me that motherfucking Spawn bullshit.
Where it has a mind of its own.
That CGI cape that he had in the live action. Don't give me. I don't want that bullshit. That cape looks so ratchet. That cape looks so ratchet. I was like, please take it off of him.
No, it looks good. It looks good. It just the only questions I have, and I think I posted one in the Discord, was that are the eyes going to be white? Because I did a picture of him cleaning, like he had like a rag or something.
Yeah, he was wiping. Yeah,
and that's probably get the water out of your eyes. But the only question is, are the eyes going to be white? And how? What type of cape?
Right.
Because you can have like that leathery textile cape, kind of like what Superman has, or is it going to be more of a clothy type of a cape?
I think they're going to give him more of like the leather, but at the same time, we don't know. We don't know what the fuck they're doing. We don't know. But I like I said, I think the covers over his eyes, I think it's a two-prong attack. Keep the water out of his eyes, because I mean, he is motorcycling in the rain. That is dangerous.
Which sucks.
Yeah.
I've done it.
Speaking as a person who's rode a motorcycle in the rain, not fun.
Not fun.
But yeah, so there's that. Like I said, it's a better look at the costume. It's not, and now, to be fair, the one we saw originally was just a test. It was test footage. It wasn't even really meant to be shown. So, I mean, a lot of people kind of clowned it because they're like, oh, look at it, looks stupid, blah, 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 it's all in red. That's because they were testing the footage. It wasn't going to be some shit you'd actually see in the movie. But once again, that's why I always say, let the studio show you what they want you to see, because otherwise, people get upset. Let's keep it moving along. Let's see here. Oh.
Alfonso says those gauntlets are ribbed for his protection.
For his protect. I like that. I like it. I like it. Okay, so let's move on over to the next thing. These will probably be quick because there's not really a whole heap of lot to say. A lot of you know I am a huge wrestling fan. Major fan of wrestling. By the way, brother one, will you do me a favor?
Sir?
Would you be willing to give a little background on this one for me? This next story that we're getting ready to go to is about a legit boss that is well, she's a legit boss.
What are you
gonna do? What are you gonna
So
do?
this one comes to us by way of Geek Tyrant. And apparently somebody's gonna be getting that Disney money. And someone's also going to be involved with that Mandalorian season 2. So it looks like our girl, the legit boss of WWE, Sasha Banks, will be appearing in the Mandalorian season 2. Okay. So Geek Tire here reports that while the Mandalorian season 2 has completed shooting and is currently in post-production, we still don't know anything about it other than Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni return to write and direct the episodes. That we do not know who is coming on board to direct.
Yes.
Which is weird. It's weird.
I mean, I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'm here for it too. It says that we know Mando will continue his journey as he takes the child, Baby Yodes, to a Jedi character, and that Gideon will continue hunting them down. Goddamn Gideon.
Mm-hmm. With his little black lightsaber.
Yeah, right. What are you gonna do with that thing? Mm-hmm. Says I'm sure we'll see some familiar faces from the first season. It is reported that Mando will also encounter some characters from the Skywalker saga. Ugh.
No. See, no, I don't need to see. See, you had me until you said Skywalker saga. You had me up until there. I was like, God damn it! I thought we were done with them.
It says,
damn it.
Says we also don't know much about the casting and who could be playing some of these characters coming to season 2, but Pro Wrestling Sheets, which is a website that typically dishes out the goods on all things wrestling.
What we call in the industry of wrestling a dirt sheet.
A dirt sheet. But it says that Pro Wrestling Sheet has seemed to confirm that WWE superstar Sasha Banks will appear in the next season and has filmed her scenes, which makes sense on why she's been missing.
Sasha Banks has been MIA for like what, 3-4 weeks almost,
and on top of that, she was written off because she has an injury. But before she had said injury, she was also gone for a longer period of time. So this might tie into why she's been gone for so long. And then, I'm pretty sure she was injured, and she's probably fully recovered if she's over here shooting scenes for a show that's basically with the budget of a movie.
Right. And that's gonna be I think that's, and she's supposed to be back now, supposedly. I didn't watch SmackDown last night.
She hasn't shown up yet.
Oh, okay, well then she probably still doing shit. She's probably doing other shit. She's probably hanging out with her cousin Snoop Dogg.
Hey man, they get that paper. I have a feeling she'll show up soon.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Orochi Geese says Skywalker's equal McMahon's.
Oh God, dude, they need to get out. No, he ain't lying. I mean, I actually kind of am ready for. I thought we were done with the Skywalkers. I was excited. That was one of the reasons why I was kind of glad. I was like, oh, thank God. No more Skywalkers. I've been very vocal about this. My least favorite part of Star Wars is the fucking Skywalkers. They actually have ruined me for Jedi, if I'm being brutally honest. Like, there's a reason why my favorite characters in Star Wars tend to be the smugglers, the scoundrels, the bounty hunters. Like, Mandalorian was such a breath of fresh air to me because it was everything I ever wanted in Star Wars. Like, I have been asking for a show or a movie or something like this for ever. Like, when we used to play back in the day, I've talked about this before, like on Twitch, I used to play the old D6 West End Games Star Wars RPG. This tells you how old it is. This is from like the late 80s, early 90s. We used to play that tabletop role-playing game, and every time, none of us in the squad ever picked Jedi. We never rolled Jedi characters. We were all like, we would usually do all scoundrel campaigns. Like, we were always playing scoundrel, smugglers, bounty hunters, just shady types. Because it's the seedy underbelly of the Star Wars universe is the most interesting and most untapped facet of the series. Especially like when I used to read the old Star Wars novels. Like, dude, they used to make like, everybody thinks about Coruscant. They're always like, oh, you mean like the place where the Galactic Republic is, and everybody's all stuffy, and there's like talking about trade negotiation. No. That ain't my Coruscant. My Coruscant has multiple levels, and in some of those levels, there are whole ass crime syndicates. Like some shit on the Batman level of fuckery. Look, that's why, like, when Return of the Jedi and maybe Empire Strikes Back to a greater extent are some of my favorite Star Wars movies, because even if it's only for a little while, they focus on that criminal element. And I think that's way more interesting than anything to do. Like, we would encounter the Galactic Empire in our games, but it was usually just like they were more like a minor inconvenience. It was always like the gangsters and stuff like that were your biggest problem. And kind of like what's going on in The Mandalorian with like Gideon. Gideon, for the time being, is a minor inconvenience who becomes a major inconvenience later. That's kind of how we treated the Galactic Empire in those games. It was like we were more worried about the motherfuckers trying to come and get us. Like like other bounty hunters or criminal organizations, headhunters, stuff like that. But like the Empire was always like, oh fuck, here they come. Damn.
Goddamn NPCs.
Damn. God damn it. But no, but yeah, I'm excited for it. I think Sasha Banks will do a good job. I mean, the Mandalorian had a ton of cameos.
Yeah,
during its first season, going from Bill Burr, Nick Nolte. Nick Nolte was in the goddamn show. Nobody noticed. He was the guy who said, "I have spoken." He was the I don't want to call him a moisture farmer because that's not what he was, but basically he was the guy who was helping the Mandalorian throughout the first episode and later episodes as well. Cara Dune, who was Gina Carano. Dude, and then the episode with the prison break. That, I'm not gonna lie, that's probably my favorite episode. Because that was an episode of Cowboy Bebop for your ass. That was an episode of Cowboy Bebop for that ass. That's why, like, when I saw the episode, I was like, you know what? If Netflix plays this shit right, they can make that Cowboy Bebop TV show. If you play it like this, you could do it, because it was a comedy of errors. And that's why I love The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian show, because everybody thinks like, oh, dude, he's supposed to be the biggest, baddest motherfucker out there. And people got mad because he was getting his ass beat. But that's the thing. He ain't got that many hands. The Mandalorian has hands.
He's got hands.
But he's a marksman. You notice that when he's shooting a gun,
you can't touch him.
Yeah, because he's a gunslinger. This is like a classic Western. It's a space Western, but it's a classic Western. He is a guy who he's good with a gun. You know, he's good in a fight. But if he's up, and kind of like with Spike Spiegel in Cowboy Bebop, Spike could beat the brakes off a henchman. But when he had to fight the main dude,
blicky out.
Dude, he had to pull the blicky out because he was getting his ass beat. Hell, he got his ass beat by Andy. And Andy can't even fight. Andy was lucky. Dude, go back and watch that episode, Cowboy Funk. Andy is accidentally beating Spike's ass.
Bricks off his ass.
Dude, I think Andy, we're going to find out later, there's going to be an edition of Cowboy Bebop released, and they're going to be like, yeah, he actually had Domino's mutant X gene power of probability manipulation. It was subconscious. Because, dude, every time, like, everything Spike tried to do against Andy, he always wound up getting fucked up. Hell, Ed's dad beat the brakes off of Spike. What was it, Apple Dairy? Dude, that dude beat the fuck out of Spike.
Yo, Spike caught a lot of L's.
Dude, he did. He caught L's on the regular. Piero LaFoe fucked him up. Dude, fucked him. And then don't get me started on Vicious. Vicious got that ass. look, had that motherfucker, had children singing songs for him. Look, had that motherfucking organ playing in the background. Be like, walk in the rain.
Ass whooping.
In the rain. In the rain. I walk in the rain. In the rain. Look,
you're a whole fool, man.
Look, let me tell you something. I got to meet Steve Bloom, and I asked him that very same question. I was like, how do you feel about the fact that Spike got the shit kicked out of him? And he said the same thing I did. He was like, hey, look, henchman. Main characters, not so much. But no, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm here for it. Let's go ahead and move along to the next one. Okay, so for those who do not know, we actually kind of briefly addressed this earlier. For those who are not familiar with the director Leigh Whannell, some of you may know him from his work with the movie Saw, the original Saw. He also did Insidious, and he also did the movie Upgrade, which was actually kind of slick, a better Venom movie than Venom. They were kind of the same movie. If anyone's watched Venom and seen the movie Upgrade, they are the same fucking movie. The only difference is that in Venom, it's a symbiote, and in Upgrade, it's like a microchip, like a nanochip something or other. But anyways, not important. Oh, and both actors look eerily alike each other.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I saw Upgrade, I was like, dude, is that Tom Hardy? Damn, Tom Hardy got skinny. It's like, he's skinny Tom Hardy. But no, Leigh Whannell, he's got another movie coming up. Actually, The Invisible Man, which is coming out very soon. I really want to see that.
Yeah, I want to see that too.
That John looks official. Like I never have been interested in The Invisible Man as a character, as a story, except for maybe once in my life, and that was Hollow Man. And because I was like, they actually played on the psychosis of becoming invisible. And this one, I'm like, oh my God, this is perfect. But okay, that's not what we're talking about. We're here to talk about the fact that Leigh Whannell, he is going to be writing and maybe possibly directing a reboot of one of my favorite directors' movies of all time. One of my favorite directors, for those of you who follow this channel for any stretch of time, y'all know I'm a huge John Carpenter fan. I love John Carpenter. He's the best. John Carpenter, both his movies, The Thing, They Live, Big Trouble in Little China, all those movies, they still hold up to this day. And one of my other favorite movies by John Carpenter, that I don't talk about as much because it is one of my favorite movies by him, but I like these other movies just that much more, and that is Escape from New York. They're making a new Escape from New York. Is going to be a complete and total reboot. This is not a continuation. It's not Escape from New York again. This is a 100% reimagining of Escape from New York, and I actually think they got the perfect guy to do it. But
I mean, I did that in real life.
Escape from New York. You kind of slicked in. But the reason why I brought it up is because the guy who's been kind of rumored to play Kurt Russell's character of Snake Plissken is none other than Wyatt Russell,
AKA
U.S. agent. So Wyatt Russell, who is the son of Kurt Russell, and this is a shot of him from the movie Overlord, which is also a really good movie. I like Overlord a lot. If you haven't seen it, we might watch it. We may do a watch party in the Discord one night for that. We may put that one on the list. It's a really good movie. I love it. But anyways, Wyatt Russell has been rumored. He was actually they didn't ask him specifically. They asked Lee Winnell. Basically, he says he was talking about adapting a movie like Escape from New York, and basically he was talking about how he says it's funny. I've been so busy, working on this film where I haven't had time to circle back around on that project. Sometimes these press releases go out before you're ready. You're like, don't tell the world. I don't actually know. I really don't. That is an iconic character, and I think the Snake Plissken is a part of people's childhood and their adolescence. It's near and dear to them, so I would tread very carefully with that. I feel like a property like that doesn't have the same freedom as maybe something like The Invisible Man does. He has more elasticity as a character because so many people have had their fingerprints on that. There's been TV shows and comic books, whereas with Escape from New York, we're talking about one definitive movie here, and you don't want to mess with that, so we'll see what happens. Now, I think somewhere in here, I think it's actually up here at the top. Here it is. He says that when asked on the possibility of casting Kurt Russell's son, Wyatt Russell, he said that he basically said that it seems like the obvious thing to win fans over. That's pretty much where all this comes from. This rumor comes from. So will Wyatt Russell actually take on the role? We don't really know yet. But it seems like his name is already in Lee Winnell's head. It's not something he hasn't thought about. It's not something he hasn't thought about. So I don't know. I'm here for it. I'm a huge fan of Escape from New York. Yeah, I like the idea of it. I mean, if it were not for Escape from New York, we would not have Solid Snake.
Solid Snake. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Solid Snake.
My guy, Iroquois Pliskin. My name's Iroquois Pliskin. Hey,
Iroquois.
What's your name? Name's Snake. It's so easy to do Snake's voice. It makes me wonder why, when they hired Kiefer Sutherland, he just didn't do that. But anyways, I don't know. I'm here for it. I mean, I don't know about anybody else. But
hey, man, it's Escape from New York, man. I'm for it.
Let's keep it moving. We have got Disney, when they took over Fox's properties, one of the key franchises.
How many times is this going to get rebooted?
Right? So this is the fun. Okay, so some news came out about this, and I love when shit like this happens because it almost immediately got walked back. So basically, the Planet of the Apes franchise, people were like, hey, what's going to happen with Planet of the Apes? Are y'all going to keep the story going? Are you going to reboot it? Are you going to just focus on something different? Like, what's going on here? Because I don't know who all has or has not seen War for the Planet of the Apes.
Mm-hmm.
But it ends in a way that is very much like, oh, this story can continue on, but man, how does it go from here? The next logical step is being more like the Planet of the Apes movies that we had in the past, where apes have fully taken over. That's the only way this goes now. Because
there's only so much.
Yeah, well, because basically, for those who don't know, Rise of the Planet of the Apes is technically it's a prequel. I mean, they're all prequels, really, if you want to be honest about it. And not really prequels. They're technically a reboot, but in terms of how everything is set up, the apes haven't taken over yet. And by the time you get to Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, they still haven't taken over yet. But apes are, for the most part, they are the more dominant species on the planet at the moment, as far as intelligent life goes. And then by the time you get to War for Planet of the Apes, it's literally like kind of the culmination of all of that, and then going forward from there. But basically, we got news that the upcoming Planet of the Apes film, the one they're working on currently, is actually going to reboot the franchise. And this one was basically, this is why I always tell people, be careful with your sources.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, according to Discussing Film, they said that the film will be developed as a reboot and will not continue the story that was developed over the course of the past 3 films. And that was pretty much kind of all Discussing Film kind of had to say on that for the most part. But things get more interesting when we find out that the director, the guy who was actually attached to direct the Planet of the Apes film, the next film in the franchise, Wes Ball, he says otherwise.
He said,
he says, no. Apes together, strong. He says no. He says it will not be a reboot, and the legacy, Caesar's legacy, will continue on. Dude, Caesar's a motherfucker. Dude, Caesar is that dude, man. Y'all don't want to fuck with
Caesar
that guy.
out here, man.
dude, Caesar was out here fucking motherfuckers up. But, it says, okay, so you go here. This is actually in the tweet. He says, it's never been easier for film journalists to actually get in touch with the actual people who actually know, but maybe it's the point to not fact check these days. He says, regardless, don't worry, I won't ruin the surprise, but it's safe to say Caesar's legacy will continue. He does a little shh emoji right there. So there you go. This has been debunked. The Planet of the Apes is not being rebooted. It is going to be a continuation of War for the Planet of the Apes. So he doesn't specifically say that is exact continuation. He just says that Caesar's legacy will continue. Whether that means that it will continue through his child or whatever.
Right.
We don't know.
Yeah. Whichever.
But I'm here for it. I'm here for it because I love those movies. I think, dude, there are a few franchises in this world that get better with each sequel. Because
it took a minute for this one.
Yeah, I mean, I liked Rise. I actually liked Rise, but I felt like Dawn was even better than Rise. And I was like, dude, yeah, all right, this is hitting. And then War came out, and I was like, oh, snap. This shit got real. It's still real to me.
Still real to me.
But, like Mission Impossible, that's another one. Mission Impossible gets better every movie.
Bruh.
Look, Mission Impossible 1, I thought was just okay. Mission Impossible, actually, no, I take that back. Actually, Mission Impossible is one of those franchises, started off okay, got bad with 2, came back with 3, and I was like, all right, now I'm back in. And then each movie from then on, 4, 5, 6, I was like, oh, man, this dude, ooh.
Got Henry Cavill's in that joint.
Dude, Superman, whole-ass Superman in there.
He's over there fighting in bathrooms.
Dude, look, fighting the fair one in the bathroom.
In the bathroom.
Look, the worst place to fight anybody. But no, okay, so you know what? We're gonna switch it up. We're gonna talk about some actual comic book news.
Uh-oh.
So you know what I got? This is a question that I have gotten so many times in my comments, and I didn't have an answer for it. Now I have an answer.
Oh, man.
And it's all thanks to Jonathan Hickman.
Previously on X-Men's.
Dude, I fucking love that shit. Charles!
Get out of my head.
Can't you see how tight my suit is, Charles? Get away from me, biatch. No, Jonathan Hickman. Okay, so basically, ever since House of X, people have been asking me, and I didn't have an answer for this because I just didn't know. But people kept asking, okay, so is Charles still the Charles from Astonishing X-Men? Because the main question people want to know is, why can he walk? Like, how is it he's able to walk? And it's like, well, like, what's going on here? And then what about the whole thing? Like, because basically the whole idea was a lot of people's questions going in, because I remember when I was doing the Uncanny X-Men stuff, The Matthew Rosenberg stuff leading into House of X. A lot of people are like, oh, I don't see why you're even bothering with this. Like, it's not even going to matter in 6 months. And it's like, no, it actually does. It actually does still matter because a lot of the things that happen, case in point, what's going on in Marauders right now between Sebastian Shaw and Emma Frost, the power struggle. The reason why Shaw is so hard on to get back at Emma Frost and get rid of her is because she usurped him. She usurped the throne from him in Uncanny X-Men. Actually, she did it in X-Men Black, Emma Frost. But the all of this it spread over into Uncanny X-Men where she was still the Black King. And she was running the Hellfire Club. Mm-hmm. And she killed him. She did kill Sebastian Shaw at a time when, there was no way to resurrect people. Not only that, the Uncanny X-Men run gave us the reunion of Jean Grey and Scott Summers. Mm-hmm. And made that official once again, and kind of the dissolution of the relation between Scott and Emma Frost. Though there's some weird shit going on there. There's like a weird love square or love diamond going on right now with Jean, Cyclops, Emma, and Wolverine, and I don't know what's going on there.
Play love games with me,
right? But no, the main thing was people kept asking like, hey, what's up with Xavier? This is not Xavier. People kept saying, no, this is the Maker. Okay, let's put this to bed.
Let's do it.
Hickman has come out on multiple occasions and said this is not the Maker. Xavier has even taken his helmet off at least twice since Dawn of X, and it has been Xavier. And I would like to believe, with X-Men Fantastic Four going on right now, if the Maker was masquerading as Charles Xavier, Reed Richards would know.
Yep.
Because if you read Venom, we know that the Maker has been reinducted into the Council of Reeds. He has been brought into the Council of Reeds by Reed Richards, the main Reed Richards himself.
The GOAT OG Richards.
So that is not a thing. Not to mention, if that was the case, if he even was the Maker, even if after all that ridiculousness, he was still the Maker, how is he telepathically bringing people back? Because you gotta remember, he's using Cerebro to upload the consciousness of every mutant and then re-implanting them into the mutants who are being brought back. And if I'm not mistaken, you have to be a telepath to use Cerebro.
Can't be doing that just off the whistle.
Like stretchiness doesn't count. And super intelligence does not count either. Well, the other thing that people keep wanting to know is Xavier still using Phantom X's body from Astonishing X-Men? The answer is no. But it is also yes. Mm-hmm. You see, in House of X, it comes to find out, and here, I'm going to pull this up because I got receipts, motherfucker.
Yeah, giving them receipts. I need all the receipts.
Says here, Adventures in Poor Taste asked if the new X-Men series would address the Phantom X Xavier body swap, or if it's a situation that was assumed to be solved as a result of the resurrection protocols. Hickman said the Xavier we saw in House of Flex, Powers of Drip.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. And up to X-Force number 1 was the Astonishing Xavier. So that is the Xavier with Phantom X's body. Post-resurrection, after he got his fade run crazy, got his wig split. After that, Charles is in his original body. So he says
it's a wrap for Phantom X.
Right, and he even said, we've drawn him ever so slightly skinnier, but not for long, Chuck is working out.
A workout.
Right? So yeah, for those who don't know, yes, Charles was in fact using Phantom X's body up until a point. That was a thing for a minute. Excuse me. But basically, and going on to it, he said when it came to Phantom X, Hickman said the thing that makes the character most appealing to him is Grant Morrison. who, for those who don't know, Grant Morrison created Phantom X. So you got that. But basically, Phantom X is actually going to be making a little bit of a comeback here. He's going to be in... I think he's going to be in one of the Giant Size X-Men issues that comes out in May.
Yes. Number 1, dog. Scroll down.
Oh, no, I see it.
Okay.
I'm looking dead at it. I didn't want to read it word for word. But no, but basically, he's gonna be in that one. He'll have his own issue. The thing is, they're gonna be doing these with a lot of different characters. Giant Size X-Men, I think Jean and Emma have an issue. There's some other characters. I think Magneto might have an issue. I don't remember exactly. I think I remember seeing a cover for him. But basically, the Giant Size X-Men books are supposed to, they're basically supposed to shed light on things that are going on with the X-Men, with Krakoa, and all of that, but in a more, what's the word? In more depth than what they would probably take time. Yeah, just more depth, more time than what they would take with, like, say, an issue of X-Men where they could spend time telling another story, or in something like Marauders or New Mutants, which I haven't read New Mutants number 7 or 8 or whatever the fuck number they're on. But I told y'all, I stick by my guns. When I say I'm not reading something, I let you know I'm not fucking reading it anymore. Look, my Wednesday was so much lighter. I actually got to look. I read Marauders. I read Wolverine. What was it? I read Bitterroot number 6, which, by the way, video on Bitterroot is incoming.
There you go.
For those who don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a thing. I'm here for it. So now you know. Now people can stop asking me. They'll probably still keep asking me. But people can stop asking me what's up with Phantom X. You will soon find out. Because now that his body has been destroyed, that means Phantom X will likely be back up and walking around again because of the resurrection protocols. But that said, I think that... Oh, we still have one last thing. It's the last thing.
Sure do.
So, okay.
Yes.
Okay. So,
yes.
We know now the DC Comics. It's happened. The thing that fans of DC Comics, and even people who don't even read comics anymore, have been clamoring for has finally happened. We even have a little bit more insight on what happened. Yeah, it was announced, was it yesterday? That... Dan DiDio was no longer with DC Comics. No longer with DC. He is out the game. And here, I'm just double checking to make sure there hasn't been yet another update, because this thing...
It's hot.
Yeah, no, there's still lots of shit going on. Here, let's see. Nope, nothing new. No new developments. So we're good. So basically around this morning, it has come to light. Bleeding Cool has given their side, they've their report on it, and they've given an update saying that DiDio was in fact fired. Now, before I say here, let me allegedly. He was allegedly fired because of fostering a poor work environment. And that is something that, honestly, I'm going to be real with y'all. I have no dog in this.
You got no dog?
I have no dog in this because I have no hatred for Dan DiDio. I don't dislike him as a person. The guy is a big fucking nerd. That's all he is. He's a nerd who happened to run he happened to be the co-publisher or whatever of DC Comics. He didn't affect me in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Because the stories he wrote, I didn't really read. So, whatever. However, we do have a little more insight in that. Apparently, They say in regards to fostering a poor work environment, they say it is and here I'll actually pull it up here so y'all can kind of see what I'm talking about here. Let's see.
Says
here we go. I actually like this line right here.
I was gonna give him to Vince McMahon.
You're fired. Look, no, I was gonna be kind. But no, they say he's a guy who loves comic book characters, and yes, even Wally West. He had nothing to do with Heroes in Crisis.
No.
He had nothing to do with that. But anyway, he caught the body for that one. Anyway, but they say that Bleeding Cool now understands that yes, DiDio was fired this morning by Warner Brothers at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time in their Burbank offices, and he left the building straight away. He says, "I am told by sources close to the situation that he was fired for fostering a poor work environment." And hold up, allegedly. As previously stated, by significant departures at the publisher by editors, he had a lot of people deuce out on him. Says Dan DiDio has a reputation of being a micromanager for being very involved in projects from others, and DC Comics was heading towards a big change in its publishing program. One aspect of which was the much-rumored 5G, or Generation 5, which would have seen DC's major figures, Bruce Wayne, Clark Kent, Diana, and more, aged out and replaced with new characters taking the roles of Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman as part of the new DC timeline. Now, and before we go any further, because I already know. Let me be clear here. Let me be clear. I already know where people are already thinking. They're probably thinking, God damn it, he was going to all different Marvelous. And here's the thing. I'm going to be honest with y'all. This is actually the one where I'm kind of like, yeah, do that shit.
And that's the thing. As soon as you said that line, I knew without a shadow of a doubt that this was something that you were going to align yourself with.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that. Bruce is, his shit is done, B. His shit is done. Get him out of here. Give Dick the cow, goddammit. Or give it to Tim or Damien or somebody. If you're going to age motherfuckers up, age up Damien. Give him the cow, goddammit. Or give it to Tim Drake. I don't know. You know what? Make Wally West the fucking Flash again. How about that? Can we do that? Can we do that shit? Hold on, no. Motherfuckers. Look,
Donna.
Look, I'm just saying. Look, can Donna be Wonder Woman for once? Can somebody else be Green Lantern other than Hal Jordan? I'm just asking for a friend. Goddammit. These are mantles, for Christ's sakes. These are mantles. Barry Allen is not the original Flash. God damn it. And Hal Jordan is not the original Green Lantern, for Christ's sakes. As much as young Ripper thought otherwise. He had to be corrected. Someone in his chat had to feed him something else, because he quickly turned around once he looked at his chat. Anyways, my point is, and here, let me take a sip of water, because I'm getting hoarse and yelling. Hold on.
Bruce Wayne. Okay.
He been Batman since what, the 40s? Get him the fuck out of here. God damn it. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. You go on these rants, and I feel like the inner kid in me is like, yeah.
It's like go for it.
Go for it.
But yeah. Okay, I'm calm now. Psych, I lied. Get these motherfuckers out of here, goddammit. I don't want them no more. I'm tired of them. Because here's the thing. People always say they want something new. They want something different. They want to see these characters change. We're saying these characters can't change anymore. But they got to keep making them. I'm no idiot. I know for a fact, make new characters. That's all well and good. But here's the thing, though. Historically speaking, people don't buy new characters. They don't. That's the shit I was arguing about with Young Ripper. People don't buy new characters. Not
By the old same shit.
People would rather eat that old ass can of tuna, same can of tuna they've been eating 365, 24/7, year in, year out, from the day they were born to the day they die. They'd rather eat that shit every fucking week than do something new.
Don't clown on my Bumblebee tuna. All right. Don't look at chicken on the sea, chicken of the sea.
Look,
don't fuck with my Bumblebee.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, man. You just switch up the brand every now and again. Look, I'm just saying.
Kiss, I don't know.
Yeah, look. Get Starkiss every now and again. Yeah, it's decent. It's adequate.
It'll do.
It'll do in a pinch.
Right.
No, but okay. Getting back to this though, it says some folks at DC Comics were very much against this, but opposition never worried Dan. After all, he was at constant odds with the direction of the company line, pushed for pretty much his entire career as publisher. And he was always striving to put comics first, as he saw it.
Mm-hmm.
But in recent months, it says here, there seemed to be editorial backtracks on the direction given, details changes, and a general sense of frustration that the clock was ticking and that nothing was being done. We saw a rapid departure in DC editorial with Pat McCallum, Alex Antone, Molly Mahan, and Rob Levin and others. And it does beg the question, like, where there's smoke, there's very obviously fire.
Yes.
But you go down here.
Super chat.
Oh, shit, what we got? It says, Dollar Bill says, $2 simply says the Dakotaverse, a.k.a. Static. I'm all for the Dakotaverse. If I'm not mistaken, Dennis Cohen and who was it? Reggie Hudlin are supposed to be rebooting the Milestone universe. Now that lawsuit's over, I think they can actually move forward. But
I mean, to be fair, okay, I do agree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the man Moses says Bruce needs to be the new Alfred. Okay, let me stop the bus right there. Okay, Batman number 58.
You have to make that sound when the bus stops.
For all intents and purposes, right? For all intents and purposes, for y'all that don't know, I'm gonna drop the spoiler on you. Alfred's dead.
Yeah, Alfred's very dead.
Batman number 58, he ain't with us no more.
Mm-hmm. He gone.
Okay, he got pieced up. Okay, we are in Batman number 88 right now?
Yeah, 88. Yeah, it's 88 or 89, I think.
And this guy is Batman is still grieving over Alfred.
It's a rap,
okay? He even called Lucius Alfred by accident. Okay? Super chat, by the way.
Oh, we got another. Oh, dude, LJ Mac 03 come through with a $10 super chat. Thank you for that, Pip. Thank you for that. Blessings to both of you. Both LJ Mac 03, Dollar Bill. Thank y'all both. Thank you both.
Give me the book.
Here, wait a minute. Here.
Hold on. This is the DC book, right? Okay, hold on.
Here, wait a minute. Here, sir.
I
hand it down to you.
I have the book. Okay, I have the book. This is also Batman and Robin, Born to Kill Volume 1, by the way.
Booyah. Talk about it.
Let's talk about Bruce Wayne's for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Transition him out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let him slide over to be that Alfred.
Yes.
Bring me Terry McGinnis.
Okay. Batman Beyond.
Bring me Terry McGinnis. It's time. Listen, when Batman Beyond came out, okay, that's the Batman of today.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Give me that Terry McGinnis. Let's get Bruce Wayne out of here. I'm not saying he got to go home.
He got to leave here. He got to leave that suit. He got to get out that suit.
Hey, get up out that suit. Go retire with Selena. You was trying to do it before.
And apparently Selena's pregnant.
Because
so that could actually lend some credence to that.
Bro, they was knocking boots on the beach. Okay,
It was a thing.
Batman's number 79.
Look, Batman
He came
got
up with the
seed.
Burt Reynolds stash.
Look, Batman got seed.
Okay,
He's like, I'm just gonna dip the toe.
right.
Shout out to my boy Alternative Factuals
Alternative factuals
in the building.
Right. It's time to retire these people.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, give me Jonathan Kent.
Mm-hmm.
Go give me Damian Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because Super Sons was dope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hell, you can even bring give me Tim Drake. Hell, he was Batman in the future during that one run anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he was.
Okay. Let's just go over and let's circle the wagons and get these motherfuckers out of here.
Mm-hmm.
You
Well,
know?
and my thing too, like I wouldn't be against the idea of Terry McGinnis. I will be the first one to admit, I have no nostalgia for Batman Beyond. It came on at a time where I was, God, how old was I when that came out? Shit.
I don't remember.
I'll here. Let's do this. So basically, what I can say is, I think it came out 1999. Okay, I was in fucking high school.
So was I.
I was, and you know what? I want to say around this time, 1999. Shit.
You were in junior year, and I was in sophomore year.
Yep. And you know what I was also doing in junior year? I was taking a lot of drugs, drinking a lot, and getting tons of pussy. I was not watching Batman Beyond. And I'm not throwing any shade at anybody who was. And I'm not saying that I could not have watched Batman Beyond as well. I just had priorities. My priorities were, if I couldn't...
Watch Batman Beyond while getting tail.
Look, let me tell you something. I've talked about this before.
What are you talking about?
If I couldn't smoke it, drink it, snort it, or fuck it, I didn't want it. Look, let me tell y'all something. Dude, I was wildin' my junior and senior year of high school.
Problematic as hell.
Matter of fact, even beyond that, I didn't get my head straight again until I was well and out of high school. I was like almost 25. So that ought to tell you something. Like, so think about that. Like 16, 17-year-old Blerd Without Fear was wildin' for almost 10 years.
In them streets.
I was in them streets. I didn't give a fuck about Batman Beyond. Matter of fact, in my eyes at the time, and I think I told somebody this in the Discord once, because they couldn't understand why I didn't like certain things that they liked. It's like, you gotta think about this. I am 37 years old. I'm a good and grown ass man. There's certain things that I was at the time when I was a kid, not kid, but I was like an older teenager, burgeoning upon 18 years old. I didn't give a fuck about certain shit that I kind of, at the time, perceived was kid shit. I didn't watch cartoons anymore. I was watching anime. I mean, it's a cartoon. It's a Japanese cartoon. That's what anime is. Anime is literally Japanese for cartoon. But anyways, point of the matter is, I was watching put it in more perspective for you. By the time I was 13, I was already watching Akira. I was already watching Vampire Hunter D. I was already watching The Dirty Pair. I was already watching Ninja Scroll, Wicked City, Demon City Shinjuku,
Samurai X.
Like, yeah, Rurouni Kenshin, all that shit. I was already seeing some of the best anime of that era. And so by the time I was 17, 18, I didn't give a fuck about America. I actually went through that phase where I didn't like American cartoons anymore. I was like, dude, this is kid shit. This is kid shit to me. Like, motherfuckers becoming, dude, you been watching Justice League? No, have not. Sorry. I've been watching this real shit over here, goddammit.
This real shit.
I was like, is there blood? Did a titty come out? Then I don't want it, sir. You
calm down, crying Freeman.
Right? Look, wait a minute. Ghost in the Shell? Dude, I had seen, look, I was like, dude, look, this motherfucker ain't got titties in it. I don't want it.
See, here's the thing. Here's the
And
thing,
I'm being real. I'm being real.
I understand. I come from the other side of the tracks though, where I was watching Justice League. I was watching
Right.
Justice League U. You know, I was watching Static Shock because I mean, I'm not okay. I'm gonna plead the fifth, right? I'm not gonna say that I wasn't in them streets.
Well, right. You were in the streets. Because
I was.
You was.
Right.
You was.
But I was more of a homebody,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because I came to the conclusion that being at home, my ass can't get in trouble.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? To a degree.
I stayed in trouble. Also, I was working. I was also working at the time too, so that was another factor.
Right. But I was still watching all them cuts. You know what I'm saying? Fist of the North Star.
Oh yeah, Fist of
Bible Black.
Ooh,
you know,
he said
Hellsing,
Bible Black.
Yep,
Goddamn.
all that shit. Right. I was still watching them joints.
Yeah.
I was home more.
Well, right. Well, see, and that's actually that's where the coin is flipped. That's where the coin is flipped. I wasn't. I was always gone. I was always at somebody else's house. I was always up playing. I was actually more of a video game player too then. So I actually wasn't really reading as many comics then. And if I was reading manga exclusively. So like
that's fair.
This and you can ask Brother One, how hard is it to get me to read a manga today?
Shit. you want to know issue?
Exactly. Look, I'm just saying. Look, and here. Oh, also the thing, Blade of the Immortal. I was reading Blade of the Immortal when I was 13, 14 years old. There wasn't shit an American comic could tell me the Blade of the Immortal couldn't, and hadn't already done better. I'm just saying. It's just but that's where I was. Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, okay, is that kind of, getting back to the thing. They need to transition these mainstream characters out because and I come with receipts just as much as you do. We are never going to get to Legion of Superheroes or the Legion if we keep with the same fucking people. We're never going to get there.
We've been using the same characters that have been out since the 40s.
Yeah, I know.
Oh no, and I'll throw you one better. I can't remember who the fuck said this. God, I wish I had his name in front of me. But he was a guy who was a big timer at DC, a legend in DC, and he said something that honestly I don't really disagree with that Dan DiDio was guilty of doing. And he said that you should reboot your universe ever so often, like change it. Like, not saying you should start over, but you should revamp it and redo it and keep it fresh. And I do agree with that. I think you should do that. Because honestly, the hardest part of doing what I do, especially in regards to DC Comics, is there's so much history. And there's so much shit. And do you know how much trouble it is to like try and remember all of the minutia of DC so that some troll online doesn't have to come at me for saying, well, actually, if you go back to Action Comics number 37 back in 19... I ain't got time for that shit. I ain't got time for it. Reboot your shit ever so often so that way people can actually keep up with your shit. Thing.
They do, and we end up with bullshit.
There is that.
New 52.
New 52 is bad. I'll lay that one. I actually will lay that one squarely at Dan DiDio's feet. But I was okay with Rebirth. Yeah, I thought Rebirth was actually this is how you do it. But I mean, it wasn't a reboot, but it was just it was more of a continuation of New 52. But I was like, this is better. Yeah,
it was a step to the right.
Right, instead of sidestepping and falling off the goddamn cliff. But no, look. But getting back to it though, another thing that came up out of this.
My girl did Dexter. Well, actually, Chad.
Oh God. Well, let me get more hair on the neck. Actually, no. I mean, here's the thing.
Actually, if you go back to Blerd Cave number 7, you touch that very subject.
Look. So someone, you know what? I can't wait till we get to that point. I want to get to that point where it'd be like, well, if you actually like, I want people to like be stands in the chat and be like, well, actually, random user number 829. If you would have went back and watched Blerd Cave number 298 back in 2000, you know, I'd be like, I've raised you correctly. I built this community correctly. But no, here's the thing. But kind of going back to this, basically what's going to go on is that no one saw this coming outside of the people who were in charge.
Right.
Dan DiDio didn't even know this was coming. But they said that and none of the executives knew, nobody knew until it happened. And Jim Lee, he is the remaining publisher and CCO right now, and that basically just makes him the sole publisher and CCO right now. That's basically what that means.
And then there was one.
And also, we've learned that apparently some of the ire, because, you know, Comics Pro, I think, is going on right now, or was going on, and a lot of people were actually talking about this, saying that Scott Snyder might have played a factor in this. Because they said that internally, Scott Snyder was probably Dan DiDio's biggest opponent. Because he didn't like the idea of what 5G was going to be, and he thought that it was going to ruin a lot of, you know, what he had planned for death metal. And on top of that, he thought that it was going to hurt retailers because you know, the writing's on the wall. We saw what happened with Marvel, all new, all different Marvel. The same thing happened, and people lost their shit. Now, did they course correct at some point and get the ship righted again? Yeah, but do you really want to go through that trouble again if you can avoid it? And basically, and it wasn't, and when I say that, and you know, going back to the Ben Affleck discussion, because we're going to talk about that here in a second, Snyder didn't hate DiDio. He didn't hate him. He just didn't. They just didn't see eye to eye on a creative level. That's basically what it was. You believe either party or anyone else connected to those parties. We'll probably never truly know. But basically,
give him the juice though. The people
right.
want juice. There's a piece that you're not saying, Blur, without fear. Tell them about death metal.
Oh, death metal. Okay, so basically, Scott Snyder did not want death metal anywhere near 5G. Like, he wanted it completely removed. They have a thing coming out called Generation Zero, Gods Among Us, which is going to be one of the free comic book day issues that's going to be dropping. And he was like, nope, take my shit out of that. He's like, he said, leave death metal out of it.
Not my death metal.
Not my death metal, goddammit. And here's the thing. They just got the DC Comics continuity back to like where everything is square again. But yeah, I don't know. At this point, I'm just kind of like, yeah, it's whatever. The thing that I kind of want to talk about though is like the reactions. 'Cause I know DiDio is a divisive figure in the comics community, but I wanted to see what other creatives thought about his departure. Come to find out, most of it was positive. Go figure. Gail Simone on Twitter. She said that, so Bleeding Cool is reporting that Dan DiDio is no longer affiliated with DC Comics. She says, I like Dan very much. We disagreed on a lot, but he did a lot that others took credit for, and when things went bad, he often took the blame he didn't deserve. And she says, I wish him, and in all caps, every success. Tom King, he went on to say, working for Dan DiDio was working for the ultimate comic nerd, a man who passionately loved the medium and its creators, a publisher who worked tirelessly on their behalf. He says, I'm eternally grateful. He gave me quite a few shots. Can't wait to see what he does with his next one. You scroll down here. This one I think is written really poorly, but we'll go through it anyway. Waiting. This is Evan Dorkin. He says, waiting for the tweet from Double D, the writer, thanking Double D, the editor-in-chief, for taking a chance on him and giving him so much work and having his back all these years. So there's that.
He ain't talking about Daredevil.
He is not talking about Daredevil. He's not. That is not Hell's Kitchen he's talking about. Brian Hitch says, I'll miss Dan. I've known him for 20 years or so, and he's always been infectiously enthusiastic about comics in general and DC specifically. He's the reason I came to DC and a big part of why I stayed. Hope he does well for himself. And then Liam Sharpie Sharp said, the wall he requested gave the builder a job, the supplier income, the gardener shelter, and the house protection. But because some found it ugly, they cheered when the bus ran him over. Now, I don't think you have to read too deep into that. Basically, what he's saying, for those who don't understand what's going on here, basically what he's saying is that Dan DiDio, regardless of what you say about the work or the output of the things that he oversaw, just because you didn't like it doesn't mean he didn't keep people in a job. And those people who were in a job were able to feed their families. They were able to take care of themselves. That's basically, it's kind of like how, you may not like it, but he employed a lot of people. Now, I know there's a lot of I know, and there's going to be some people saying, oh, well, yeah, he fostered a poor work environment because, oh, God, what was his name? The fucktard that was sexually harassing women, he didn't fire him, and he basically made it where women would not work under him. I kind of get where that one is a whole can of worms. I'm not going to get into that one. Because there's a lot of factors in that one. There's a lot of legality behind that one. And honestly, no one really knows the 100% God's honest truth about what was going on there. Y'all know me. I believe that there are 3 sides to every fucking story. There is his side, her side, and somewhere in the middle, you will find the truth. It was something Berganza, I think was his name. I think it was Eddie Berganza. Like, the name keeps like springing up on me. But basically, he had, and matter of fact, I'm double checking myself. Yep, Eddie Berganza. That was the guy. But yeah, he was the guy who was basically accused of sexual harassment and basically going after multiple women who worked in the office. And people were like, oh yeah, he should have fired him. And it's like, well, sometimes it's not that easy. I mean, technically, yes, it should have been easy. He should have been fired. But I think there was something else that was going on that was the reason why he wasn't fired. But I'll give DiDio credit for one thing. If nothing else, he made sure no one else worked under him. That was a woman, more or less. And then Evan Dorkin goes on to say, I'm waiting to hear from former interns on how great the guy was to work with. Basically, I guess, implying that he was not a good person to work for. Jennifer de Guzman, who is a former writer for a bunch of different comics publications, she said a lot of fans seem to be wondering what Dan DiDio's departure from DC means for the characters. She says that I'm more interested in knowing what it means for women who work or would like to work at the DC office. Now, take that one how you want. Jennifer de Guzman, she's been very vocal about the whole issue going on with Eddie Berganza. I mean, that's no secret. Is it going to be better? Is it going to be worse? Who knows?
Who knows?
Jeff Lemire, he says that Dan DiDio was a supporter and champion of my work from day one. He kept Sweet Tooth alive and gave me my first chances at writing comics in 2010. Wish him all the best. DC won't be the same without his passion. And then Chip Zdarsky, he goes on to say, oh man, Dan was a massive supporter of me being at Marvel. Sorry to see him go. Chip Zdarsky, for those who don't know, typically a very flippant person on Twitter. So it's hard for me to tell if he is being facetious or if he's being serious sometimes. But you never know. With Chip Zdarsky, he is always fucking with people. So take Take that how you want. And like I said, the hits just kind of, keep on going.
There's one from Joe Quesada.
Oh, yeah. I see Joe Quesada down here. Yeah, it says, while the world of comics likes to look at things in terms of heroes and villains, that's far from reality. I've known Dan DiDio years before he was a DC. We lived in different universes and competed for more years than I can remember. He's a good guy and has been a staunch advocate for our medium for nearly 2 decades. I want to personally wish him the best and look forward to all his future endeavors and successes. And then, like I said above here, Van Jensen said, end of an era at DC with Dan DiDio gone. For what it's worth, I always really liked Dan, and we disagreed. He says, and when we disagreed, it was amicable. Thinking of all my friends there who are going through what is assuredly a challenging day.
The hits just keep going.
Oh, yeah, dude. It like here, I got one. Dan Jurgens. Dan Jurgens said, few people brought more energy, passion, and enthusiasm to comics than Dan DiDio. If you spent any amount of time with him at or caught in one of his mini conversation panels, you couldn't help but see that. Sad to see him go, and I wish him all the best. And says, Liam Sharp, once again, says, right now I'm not thinking about how it affects my future or interested in rumblings of the past from those that took umbrage. I just wish Dan DiDio the very best in whatever his future brings. He has been very good to me personally over the last few years. Cheers to you, Dan. And, let's see here. It says, and this is someone who, this is Kurt Busick. He's replying to somebody else. He says, I never had any problems with Dan aside from the fact that he didn't instantly approve whatever I wanted to do at enormous page rates, of course. So yeah, I wish him the best, and I'll wait to see what direction DC takes from here. I don't think they're going to rush to basically get into anything else. Let's see. Let's go here. Like I said, dude, it just keeps on. Cully Hamner says, have I agreed with every decision? No. But I do know he loves comics and, as I've said many times, is as big a nerd as you'll ever meet. I know there are those who have their issues with him, but the man has always been straight up with me, and I count him as a friend. So I wish Dan the best and thank him for being a cheerleader, an irritant, a fan, a booster, and a good pal. Things will move on. They won't be the same as he gets off the train, but they never are.
There's one down near the bottom by your boy Donnie Cates.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say, Donnie Cates, he drops one, says, absolutely gutted to hear about the loss of Dan DiDio at DC Comics. Dan was always a great guy with a huge heart and laugh. I never worked with him, but I will mourn his exit nonetheless. And then, of course, we have Rob Liefeld, who is always on some fuck shit, and says, Dan DiDio was holding DC back for years, in all caps. This is the best outcome. Which is funny, considering the fact that Rob Liefeld is probably been holding back his own shit for years, but neither here nor there. But here's the one I actually really wanted to get to. And this is kind of going back to Liam Sharp, who says, be kind, don't crow, have empathy, don't gloat. It's ugly to paint yourself as always knowing what's right and best. We never have the full picture. This goes back to what I was talking about earlier with Ben Affleck. You don't know what's going on, and just because you have an opinion doesn't mean it's a right one, doesn't mean you're correct. It doesn't mean that you even know what you're talking about.
I mean, sometimes that's Twitter
you just that is Twitter 1000%.
Like, Twitter's all over the place, and they have no idea what that one person may be going or not going through, but you're gonna input your opinion, right? Because you think that your opinion is the freshest thing on the planet.
Exactly. And like I said, I think it's hilarious. I personally think it's hilarious. But
let me see if we have questions. Because questions.
Yeah, we do have questions. Do we have any in the Discord?
That's where I'm going. I am on.
Are we hitting the young Discord?
Nothing in the Discord.
Oh, well, that is a crying shame. That is, and of itself, a crying shame. I'm sad. I am sad in pants because of this.
In pants?
I'm sad in the pants as a result of this. This hurts me the most. But that's okay. That means we can answer questions from the chat more readily. Let's see here. It says goddamn. Let's see here. Let's go into it. Casey Robar says, bro, how does the Flash not smash his bones when he hits someone with a super fast punch? At those speeds, wouldn't his shit break too? You know, that's one of those. I think this falls in the same territory as when you have the whole like, hey, how is Barry able to tell if he's getting ready to run into a wall? It's because he perceives things as fast as he can move, or maybe even faster in some respects. I think it's kind of a similar thing. Like, I've never really fully understood it myself, but I don't know. It's just something I always just kind of went with. I figure that, like, basically his body moves so fast that to him, it probably seems normal because the rest of the world moves so slow. You know? It's like, I don't remember what issue this was. It was either X Factor or X-Men. I can't remember which. But there was an issue where Quicksilver was in a bank. And he said one of his least favorite things in the world was waiting in line at the ATM.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, because he was like, because basically was saying that, like, you know, to you, the rest of the world moves so slow. Like, you're fast, but everything else is so slow. So I assume that his body just treats it as if it were nothing else. Like, yeah, he's punching somebody super fast, but it's his body, as far as he's concerned, it's normal. If he punched somebody at normal speed, it would probably feel weirder to him.
He would probably feel slow as hell.
Yeah, no, he would. I would imagine he would.
Here, I will read you.
Wait, the universe doesn't revolve around me? What?
Yeah, I will read you something directly from the Flash.
Oh, here you go. Go ahead. Hit us with it.
Directly from the man himself. Says, I can think at the speed of light. I can perceive events that last for less than an octosecond.
Yeah.
Okay. I can run faster than time. He says, what do I see when I run across the country, Superman? I see everything and everyone.
Speak, preach. That motherfucker's spitting. He's spitting. By the way, we did get a super chat. Jamie Wild, $5, says, hey, fairly new fan. Love your channel. Better than most of the modern comics channels. Thank you for that.
Oh, that's nice.
We get a little bam. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for that. That was very plus ultra of you.
That was very plus ultra. So I'm going to break down an octosecond for the layman. Okay.
Okay.
An octosecond is 1 times 10 to the negative 18th, or 1 quintillionth of a second.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, so when you look at it that way, that pretty much should tell you right there, like, yeah, he just doesn't perceive things the same way that we do. Like, at all. Here, let's see what else we got. Let's see. Rochi Geese 7 says, so anybody placing bets on a bitter split in the quiet council with the Mystique Destiny Revelation. I go to you right now, it's going down.
Oh man, something's getting burned down.
Look,
cue Seth Rollins music.
Look, burn it down. Dude, that double bass, dude, I love that. Dude, I don't know if y'all know this about me. I'm a huge fan of double bass. Like, there was a while where if you didn't have double bass in your music, I didn't want it. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, for those who are not drummers or musically inclined, double bass means you have 2 bass pedals on your kick, not 1. And that's where you get, like, if you listen to, like, heavy metal music, death metal music, thrash metal, you'll notice, like, the bass drum is always hitting so much harder. And it's always hitting so much faster. It's because of the double kick. And that's where you get that, like, that. It's just great. Anyway, neither here nor there. I spent a lot of time as a front man in a metal band, so... There you go. This is why I know things. I am not a drummer, but apparently, according to drummers I've worked with, I keep perfect time.
Look at you.
So yeah, you know me, man. I got skills, man. I'm a master of, or not a master, but a jack of all trades, master of none. That math though.
Oh yeah. I heard people say with that joke.
Dude, wait. Math. Now, I don't know why I said that, like, I don't know if that was
Martha?
intended, but I said it like Martha for Batman. Martha.
I still remember when I pulled that out on a Discord call. I was crying.
Dude, that shit, right there.
Save Martha.
Wait, why'd you say that name?
Why'd you say that name? That was her mother's name.
Roji says, one of the reasons I love Slipknot. Same here. Here. Dude, Joey Jordison was my guy. Joey Jordison was that dude. That motherfucker would play drums upside down.
You're a time master, by the way.
I'm a time time master? Blerd? Is Blerd a time lord?
Maybe. But yeah, I think Mystique and Destiny are gonna burn it down, or Mystique is gonna burn it down.
Yeah, Mystique is gonna fuck shit up. Well, okay, I haven't talked about. I've talked about this actually. I don't know why I just lied. Just told a bold-faced lie. Oh God, what issue is it? I think it's Marauders number 12. I think. Maybe.
You talking about where the discussion happens?
No, there is okay, Marauders 11 is the funeral of Kitty Pryde. I think it's Marauders. Is it 10? No, it's not that one. It may be X-Men. Hold up. I think it's X-Men. It's one of the next X-Men issues is what it is. Here, let's see. I'm looking it up right now. Trying to find. There's an issue where somebody comes back. Like there was a solicit for it. They were talking about somebody comes back and basically it was somebody that they did not want to come back. And that kind of leads me to believe that it was in fact Destiny.
I think. I'm just basing off of what.
No. You go. Yeah, go right ahead.
I think. Okay, if Mystique doesn't get what she wants, she's gonna burn that motherfucker down.
Yes. Most likely.
Which I have a feeling because Chucky X and Mags are kind of, what's the word for it? Leading her along, dangling the carrot, if you will.
Yes.
And eventually she's going to say, "F that carrot."
She'll say, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
Mm-hmm. And yeah, if Destiny does not come around, if they don't give her what she wants, fuck them.
Hey, in the words of Bad Luck Fale, fuck them. That's how I feel about it. Oh, God damn it. Okay, so Panther Noir. Here's the thing. It said the funeral. Can't the Five bring Kitty? Talking about Kate Kitty Pryde. I don't know if they can, because remember, there was a big concern about Kate's being on the island. The fact that she couldn't use the gate. She can walk around the island. We've seen her walk around the island. That's not the problem.
Yeah, but something happened there.
Like she doesn't.
Not been explained yet.
Yeah, she doesn't interface well with Krakoan stuff. And I don't know, which I feel is kind of weird. I think Kate will actually be able to come back. I think she's going to come back. I think it's fine. Covers, like, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, I was talking about the funeral of Kitty Pryde.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm actually talking about, and I think I even showed it in the Last Marauders video. I showed in the Last Marauders video that came out. But here, you can see it right here. It says, the X-Men thought they conquered death. Looks like they were wrong. We see Emma Frost and Storm, kind of overseeing her body as they're kind of doing like one of those classic, those ones, I guess more like kind of Celtic funerals where you put them on the little boat.
Yep,
Fill it with like flowers, candles, and shit, and send them out to sea. That's what they're doing right here.
Viking funeral.
Viking funeral, yes. I don't know why I said Celtic, but anyway, point of the matter is somewhere up there in that area. But no, I'm not saying, like, this is the thing. Here's the thing. Covers lie all the fucking time. Covers lie so much it's not even funny. You can't take everything that's on the cover to heart. Because this is how they get you to come back and buy the comics. This is how they get you to come back every time. That's what they're doing here. I don't think this will stick. And even if it does, I don't think it'll stick for long.
No, it can't. It can't.
And I think this will be the issue where we finally figure out what the fuck is going on. That's what I think is going to happen. And I think she's going to be fine. We know Lockheed is fine. Lockheed is fine. He's safe. He's eating fish off the coast of Madripoor somewhere. Or I don't know. That motherfucker chilling. That motherfucker getting fed fish. That motherfucker's like a king getting fed grapes. He just sitting there like, yeah, can I get another fish? That last one was salty.
All I'm saying is that if they don't bring this heifer back, Bobby gonna go nuts.
Dude, Bobby already lost his shit. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man. Bobby about sick and tired of them gay jokes.
Bobby coming for hands. Right,
dude. Bobby was like, look, man, I'm about sick and tired of y'all motherfuckers disrespecting me, not putting no respect on my damn name. God damn it. But he said, look, ain't my fault that the Comics Code Authority existed when they teased me as being gay back in the 90s. Ain't my fault. He said it ain't my fault. Hell, I mean, to be fair, the whole thing with Destiny and Mystique, that was something that is only recently, as of now, been made an actual thing. Mm-hmm. Back in the 80s and 90s, they couldn't do it because of the Comics Code Authority. You could not have gay characters in the Comics Code Authority. You couldn't.
Yes, you're absolutely correct.
That is why there are so many gay characters now. Because they're like, fuck it, make it up for lost time.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I don't remember the exact issue, but I do distinctly remember back in the 90s there was a comic. It was either X Factor or X-Men. Where, it heavily implied that Iceman was probably going to be revealed as being gay. Or at the very least bisexual. But no, neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. That's a can of worms for another day.
Iceman still say he want them hands though.
Oh no, Iceman, he's out here. It says, do you think she will bring back Destiny first before the burn down? Probably. She will probably be the reason why that person gets brought back. That's what I think. But and I do agree. I think Destiny would be a good asset for Krakoa. I do agree with that. I think that is very true. Let's see here.
Anybody told Peter about Kitty?
Nah, don't please don't
tell Peter.
Please don't. We really trying to keep things civil on Krakoa right now. We really are. We really are trying to.
Listen, you tell Petey Pablo what happened, man.
Hey, and Panther just brought up something too. He said, well, what about Franklin? Dude, Franklin could bring her back.
Yep. And he can get on the island.
Yeah, I mean, if his daddy ain't on no more fuck shit.
Bitch ass Reed Richards, man.
Look, let me tell y'all something. I caught a lot of flack for calling Reed Richards a fuck boy, but here's the thing. I think people need to get over that shit because people have this deified image in their head of what Charles Xavier and Reed Richards are. And I'm sorry, leave that shit behind because people have been watching these X-Men movies. They've been so used to seeing Patrick Stewart as Charles Xavier that they forgot Charles Xavier is a dick.
Yep.
Charles Xavier, dude, do y'all not remember Kitty Pryde? Kate. Y'all don't remember the issue where she called Xavier a jerk? Because he was on that bullshit? Come on.
That's Kate Pryde, man. Kitty Pryde usually don't be saying shit like that.
Right. Yeah, she let that Kate slip out. She was like, no. Let me bring it back. Let me bring it back, goddammit. But no, man, you gotta kind of go back and really look at this whole thing, for what it is, straight up and down, all bullshit aside, all fuckery aside, look at it for what the fuck it is.
I think they're gonna have a problem because they haven't told Franklin yet.
They have not told Franklin, and Franklin, I imagine, not gonna be happy.
That motherfucker might reset the whole damn universe.
That dude, I'm just saying, man. I don't want no smoke. I don't want the smoke from your boy. Just saying, just throwing it out there for those who care. Let's see. Let's see here. Reed is a fuck boy. Yes, he is. Reed, see, that's the thing. People forget. Reed, low-key, does not like the idea that his son is a mutant. Let's just go ahead and put that on Front Street. Reed,
hell.
Dude.
Against the muties.
Dude, Reed is wild racist. Let's go ahead and just can we be real here? He's wild racist when it comes to mutants. But the thing is, he only likes mutants who are useful to him. That's it.
That's true.
He only likes mutants who he sees a use in. And if he doesn't see a use in them, then he doesn't want them. I mean, let's think about it. He was perfectly okay with his son traveling the dangerous fucking multiverse, creating whole ass universes. He's like, oh yeah, no, this serves my purposes. He could have just and no. Here's the thing. And when that one chick pulled up on him, in Fantastic Four #2, whose name escapes him, it was like the Grave something or whatever. I can't remember. Or maybe I'm thinking about Borderlands 3 and I'm thinking about the Grave Warden. I don't know. Not important. I don't really care. I've slept since then, goddammit. The point of the matter is that when that bitch pulled up and was wanting to throw hands, okay, well, this chick rolled up on them and she didn't even give a fuck about whether or not he was a mutant. She just wanted the smoke. Now what? Now what you gonna do, Reed? You endangered your goddamn family. Now what?
I mean, hell, Wilbur Robinson is right, man. Turn them into damn zombies.
Reed is saying all genes matter. Chillbucker, you ain't shit. All genes matter, goddammit. Mine are important too.
He took a nap.
Damn. Wait.
Had his chicken nuggies.
Dude, chalky milk. Yeah, I ain't shit.
Warm blanket.
Dude, and a juice box. Don't play with me. Says, what we know about Reed and his bigotry. He said, I need to know. Oh, wait, there's a question coming after this. Here, I will come back to it. It says, if Parker was close to Kitty and he knew what happened to one of his friends, he says there's going to be carnage. I mean, hey, Peter ain't scared to pull up. Peter ain't scared to pull up on Reed.
Nope.
Reed is a trad con. Damn. Goddamn. Let's see.
The question is,
how does Reed...
Peter Parker...
Oh, yeah. How does Peter Parker stand that clown? I have no idea. I don't think he really can. I think he respects him as a scientist, but I just always felt like Reed was that dude that, like, because people always talk about Iron Man being a jerk and being arrogant. And it's like, so is Reed. All of your heroes are arrogant. Like, here's the thing. All of your heroes, for the most part, are arrogant in some way. Think about it. A lot of heroes have that whole, you can't save the city, only I can mentality. Even when they know good to hell well, they need help. Batman does it all the time. You can't save the city, only I can. I'm the only one who can do it, goddammit. Yeah, sure, I could give my millions and billions and trillions and quintillions of dollars away to the police force, arm them with better equipment, come up with better facilities to house these criminally insane villains. I could do all of it. But know what? I don't trust them, goddammit. Only me! I'm the only one who can do it, goddammit. I'm the only one. I'm the only one who knows. I'm the only one who knows the darkness, the evil that lurks in the hearts of men. I don't know why I have become the shadow all of a sudden, but god damn it, I know what's best for Gotham. That's Reed's mentality in regards to Fantastic Four. He's like, I'm the only one who can science the fuck out of this, goddammit. I'm the only one who knows how to use the ultimate nullifier. I'm the only one who knows the true nature of Galactus. I'm the only one, goddammit, who can outthink Dr. Doom, goddammit, and you'll listen to me, goddammit. I'm the motherfucker in charge. I'm the head human in charge, goddammit. That is Reed's mentality. He's like, God damn it. They call me Mr. Fantastic for a reason. I'm not Mr. Mediocre. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, Mr. Fantastic's original name was going to be Mr. Sinister, but he thought it would be too on the nose. I'm just being real. Am I lying? Am I lying?
Too on the nose.
Dark Age said, Borderlands, you say? Wait.
Because science.
I mean, just saying. It said Reed pimp slap Peter in Spider-Man life story. He did. Also want to point out, he was very dismissive to Sue back in the day.
Oh, Sue who?
Exactly.
You ain't my wife, bitch.
I do remember some comics where he slapped her. Oh,
damn. Yeah, and you mean Captain America didn't come after her? Come after him?
Right? Look, Peter Parker like, bitch, I built the cosmic cube. Look. Reed is middle class Doom. That's really Batman in a nutshell. I mean, it is. That's the thing. People don't want to talk about that shit because it makes them realize their heroes are flawed. And that's the thing. I think your heroes should be flawed. I just don't think they should be as flawed as Reed. Because they basically insist upon themselves. They basically insist that they exist for some reason that it could easily be thrown out. Like Batman's always like, "Oh, I have the mission. I have the mission. I have to stop crime. No one else in the city can stop crime." You mean tell me there's no other superheroes in Gotham? Goddamn right there are, because Batman won't let there be any. Every time some new young buck comes up, he's always like, "No. You don't know what you're doing. You're too young." Meanwhile, Batman was a whole ass fucking college student out here fighting crime and shit. Get the fuck out of here.
What I want to see so bad is I want just one day in one issue, I just want Sue to say, "Fuck it, I'm done with this shit."
Dude.
Right? And outsmart his ass.
Dude, let me tell you something. Hold on, hold on, pimping. Hold on, pimping. I want to present, because people thought that it was just me. A lot of people, when I made that video about the first issue of X-Men Fantastic Four, people kept thinking like, "Oh, he's just being too hard on him." Am I? Did y'all not read the comic? Did y'all not read the parts where Ben even said, "You fucked up"? Hold on. Y'all ain't about to play. Y'all ain't about to play me. Goddammit. Hold on.
And the chat saying Sue is been cheating on the low for this whole time.
Dude, you know she has.
In the jacuzzi in Wakanda.
You know Black Panther didn't hit that.
and Namor.
Namor and Wakanda did the Eiffel Tower on her. God damn it, dude. Look, they probably just spit roasted this motherfucker. Don't play with me. Don't be like that. Here, I got something for you. It's right here. You
bringing Exhibit A?
I'm bringing Exhibit A, goddammit. Hold up. She said, "I know I would have killed them if they tried to take Franklin, and that terrifies me. But even still, what you did was wrong. We can't change who Franklin is. It's such a violation. And he knows, because he says, I know. It's just, I keep looking for scientific ways to solve this problem like I do all my problems. Mom, get the fuck out of here. Fucking dumbass Reed. Hold on, wait a minute. Here, go up to the top. Here. He said, what was it? He said, you know what, Stretch? It's hard enough convincing your kids that you're a good guy without you pulling garbage like this. I'm done. The defense rests. The defense rests. It's not just me that's calling Reed a fuckboy, y'all.
It's Ben.
Ben said it too.
It's his best friend.
Dude, Ben is his ace boon coon.
He said, nah, man. This
ain't
the move.
No, he was like, dude, ain't a good look, pimp. Ain't a good look. And y'all, and the motherfuckers were sitting here calling me out of order. Saying I'm out of pocket. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all didn't read it. Y'all motherfuckers ain't read it. Look, wait. Add Doom to that list. Damn! Doom didn't hit it. We know he hit it.
Doom hit it on the regular.
Wait, he said,
captured my ass.
Look, right? Dude, look. Sue likes a king. That's what she's doing. Look. Talking about Sue's, says Sue ain't as loyal as people think. Dude, let me tell you something. I know for a fact Sue has been to Wakanda when Reed ain't home.
Bruh, I'm going to tell you right now. Franklin may not be, you know what I'm saying? Franklin may not be.
He may not be his boy. Look, nope. You know what? Here's what I'm waiting for. You know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for Namor to come up one day. Wait, I'm telling y'all, this is how it's gonna happen. They're gonna be having, in Marvel, they always have like the big cookouts and all the characters together. Mm-hmm. Namor gonna be sitting there, working the grill. Franklin's gonna come up and be like, hey, Uncle Namor, can I borrow $5? Namor gonna turn over and look at him, drinking his Atlantean beer. You can be sitting there talking about something. You see Reed over there? That ain't your pappy, boy. I'm your pappy. Now go over there and ask Reed for $5.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, there is a reason why freaking Franklin Richards is a mutant. Mm-hmm. Okay, you can't just tell me, oh well, he was born that way. No, bitch. Okay, no. I'm
pretty sure Namor hit that shit.
Yo, that boy belongs to somebody else.
He's like, my seed. What is it? Staff Sergeant said Doom hit on Battle World.
Damn.
He did. You know he was wearing that out. Look. He's like, nah. He's like, man, he said Reed might have the stretcho powers, but they call me Coke Can.
Damn.
He said, wait, and he also said, don't forget that Reed screwed over Ben.
That's true.
He has screwed over Ben before. Don't play.
Well, says Panther says Sue gonna be on Maury once Beast runs his test in Krakoa.
Yeah, goddamn. Wait. Shaolin Prince said Franklin know who his daddy is. Namor be giving him side eyes. He said you got to be royalty to smash Sue. Dude, that's true. You got to be. You got to be, dude. How many kingdoms you got?
June said, "I'm calling it. Franklin is the only one like Galactus. Galactus got Sue pregnant."
Dude, and you know what?
That's slick. Hey,
I can believe, dude. Look, that motherfucker came down. He didn't even come down as Galactus. That dude came down as Galen.
Wow.
That dude came down. He's like, I'm here to hit. I heard you like royalty. Does a devourer of worlds count?
Silver Surfer hit.
Oh, you know Silver Surfer got that. Sue tried to fuck T'Challa back in the day. Dude, I know. Dude, let me tell y'all something. Dude, the first time Reed took Sue to Wakanda and they met Black Panther, she was eyeballing that motherfucker the whole time. She was just staring at that motherfucker like, I've never seen Wakandan before. I need to add that to the list.
Damn.
Wait, Panther Dwarf said Franklin can breathe on the water. That's it. That's it. Franklin's been hiding this whole. Like Franklin's like, man, well, you know, Kang is Franklin Daddy.
Wow.
Damn. Dude, you know, Kang probably would be the type of motherfucker to go back in time and piece up his own his own grandmammy. Feel like, no, I got to make sure the seed is strong.
Damn.
Wait a minute. I am Galen. Baby, now bend over. Goddamn. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, though. Y'all, these motherfuckers kept coming to me trying to say that I was out of pocket. But we all know, ain't nobody squeaky clean in Marvel.
Nope.
Dude, Cap ain't even squeaky clean. Dude,
Nah,
Cap.
man.
Dude, Cap used to be out here with that. Dude, y'all be sitting there thinking, man, no, Cap don't kill people. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. That motherfuckers be talking about that whole, oh, we don't kill. Dude, who has that rule in Marvel other than Spider-Man?
And I think because he killed Gwen Stacy. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. I mean, it was an accident, but I mean, just saying. Look, because, you know, a lot of motherfuckers be having that Batman logic. Don't kill doesn't mean I have to save you. Like, motherfucker, that's technically you've killed me then. Look, let me tell you something. That is not a legal loophole.
That's Iceman shit right there.
Iceman, like, look, what was it Bishop said? Kill no man don't mean fuck no man up. Look, I'm just saying, the Sorcerer Supreme is a pretty regal title. You know dude. First off, I'm gonna tell you right now.
I believe it.
I bet you Tony didn't hit. Stephen Strange, Dr. Stephen Strange, Sorcerer Supreme. He didn't hit. Look, I bet. Look, let me tell y'all something. Y'all think I'm bullshitting here. I can go ahead and tell you right now. You name a motherfucker that's either rich or royalty, suit and got down. And here's the thing, and I'm not even shaming Sue for that, because I'm like this. Look, I believe that sex is just sex. It's just that. She's not trying to marry these motherfuckers. She's just trying to hit. Maybe have a nice weekend. And you know what? I'm perfectly fine with that. The tenets of marriage have changed throughout the years. And let's be fair, Reed doesn't strike me as the type of guy who's very interested in having sex. So, yeah. I mean, okay, let's be fair here. Valeria Richards. Are we not going to address this?
She belongs in Latveria.
She belongs in Latveria, people. Let's. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. See through a key part is when Reed off world. Damn. Now Reed has the best power for making love. But he don't use it though. It's you know what Reed is to me? Reed is like Dr. Manhattan. Y'all remember The Watchmen where he's having he basically makes two of himself. So he can have a three-way with Silk Spectre 2. And then she realizes he's not even actually in the room. He's over working on other shit. Like he's still working on his machine.
Mr. Bundle says this ain't clickbait. Is Isaiah in the MCU?
We talked about that earlier. You are 3.5 hours too late. Staff Sergeant, he dropped a super chat on us $4. Said y'all wildin'. Damn. We are in fact wildin'. Wait a minute. So to answer your question though, Mr. Bundles, we talked about that earlier. We talked about Mr. Carl Lumley, who has been cast in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and that he is very likely going to be playing Isaiah Bradley. We talked about that earlier. But that said, Thor. Yeah, I can see Sue probably hit that. She probably hit that.
Godly and shit.
Look, he's king. He's king now.
That's a regal title.
And a whole ass Herald of Galactus. Herald of Thunder.
Also true.
Herald of Thunder. So yes, she probably hit that too.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't a king back then, but he was a prince.
Hey, close enough.
That said, I think that's a good way to go out.
I think so too.
Let's we've been at it 3.5 hours almost. Let's not cross that threshold. Okay, so real quick, for those who are not familiar, Discord, we got links in the chat. Links are also in the description. If you want to come join the Discord. Oh, we are whiling in there from time to time. It's been a little quiet lately just because everybody's been kind of tired, holiday hangover. People got work and shit.
Yeah, people got jobs and shit.
I've been busy, but people be in there.
I'm about to be busy.
Yeah, I'm about to be answering these comments here in a minute, but I might be in the Discord while I do so. And then I might be watching something, so you're more than welcome to come and join. But that said, make sure if you want to become one of a member of Blerd Club, that is the thing. We had a couple of new members today. You can join at a silver level, and I think that's like $1.99. You get an Infinity Stone badge showing how long you have been a member of the channel, and you also get special emotes that are created by me, Blerd Without Fear. You will also get, if you do the gold level, which is $4.99, you'll get early access to videos as I release them. Or actually, before I actually release them to the general public. And I'm working on exclusive content. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Some other stuff. I don't want to overpromise, underdeliver. But that said, there's those. And also, subscribe. Subscribing is a thing you do here. Click that like button, all that good stuff. Make sure you share the video. Share the stream. Share all the other videos with all your friends. Tell them about me. Don't make me be your dirty little secret. Outside of that, once again, there will not be a Twitch stream tonight. We're not gonna do that tonight. Blerd After Dark was very successful. But we're gonna skip a week. I don't think that's something we're gonna do all the time, or at least if we do, it won't be tonight. And then remember, movie night has been rescheduled. We will reconvene next week. I will be doing some stuff with Professor Bill from Comic Book University here a little later tonight, most likely. And I'll be doing some other stuff with some friends of mine, Cloak and Stagger over on Twitch. Tomorrow we'll be playing GTFO over on. Well, they'll be streaming. I'll be streaming. We'll be co-streaming. But that's it.
Multi-stream, if you will.
Yeah, we'll be multi-streaming that shit.
Hey, just give it to me. I'll set it up.
Hey, I will send it your way.
Mind if I plug?
Yes, please, by all means. Brother One, what do you got going on, pimp?
Well, good people. You can find me on twitch.tv/oneabove_none. I am currently I'm interviewing different streamers, YouTubers, and podcasters that come from a smaller format or a smaller fan base. So next week I actually have 3 different interviews to do on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So if you want to be hip to that, check me out on Twitter, same as One Above None. You'll find me, and you'll find out when those go down. I'll send out those posts. I Blerd Without Fear. He had a great time on the show on episode 0. So yeah, I'll be on there doing that. Would love to have all of you. You know what I mean? And yeah, take it away.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody who was in here, making it an amazing stream. We had a good time, had some great discussion, got to cover a lot of stuff, a lot of things. I know it ran over a little long. Since we've been back, we've been running kind of long. I don't mean to sometimes, but sometimes it just happens. Conversation's good. I just kind of hang around. But that said, we have I'm gonna pull the JR. We're gonna wave the pin. It's time to go. But that said, I want to thank everyone. Y'all were great. Y'all were fantastic. Like I said, make sure to go follow on Twitter at Blerd-Fear, Instagram Blerd Without Fear, Facebook Blerd Without Fear. probably everywhere else, Blerd Without Fear. And make sure to go follow on Twitch too. Blerd Without Fear, same. What's that we'll be doing? I do more gaming stuff on that side, and just chatting, stuff like that. Like I said, we'll be getting back into some stuff tomorrow. I won't be doing anything tonight because like I said, I have prior engagements, and I also want to spend some time with my lady. With the missus. But I will see you all next time. Same Blerd time, same Blerd channel. In the meantime, remember that we love you 3,000. We'll see you all next time. Plus Ultra.